2 ahead of myself here, folks. Can you believe it? I won an award for this crap. Now, though, let's go ahead and talk about maps, picks, and bans. Let's see where we're playing and see what our teams are choosing.
Hello and welcome. Today we're gonna do XLG versus Leviathan map veto, and XLG has the higher seed, yet they are choosing their side.
Team B.
XLG picks Team B, and which means Leviathan is banning first.
सोर्स ही चलने दो ब्रो जब तक हम इसको पता नहीं लगेगा तब तक मुझे को समझ में नहीं आएगा ब्रो अभी भी हम इसका प्लेयर हुआ नहीं है मेरा क्या करना चाहिए इसको
Pearl is banned now.
जब तक नहीं होगा नहीं तो फिर वही लैग मारते रहेगा ना मेरे उसमें सही चलेगा ना मेरे इसमें सही चलेगा वैसे वाला हालत हो जाएगा
Attack.
तो यही चलने दो यही
Attack. And your map pick?
Lotus.
Alright, Lotus.
मेडिकल सीन ही ठीक है ऐसे ही चलने दो
Attack.
Alright, so we have Ascent, Fracture, and Split left. Leviathan banning first.
Ban Fracture.
Last 2 maps are Ascent and Split. XLG banning.
Ban Ascent.
Decider is Split, Leviathan picking the side.
Attack.
Alright, quick recap. We start with Haven. XLG attacks, then we have Lotus, Leviathan attacks, and if we go to the Decider map, which is Split, Leviathan attacks. Everything correct, guys? Good luck.
गुड लक
Man, let me tell you, those XLG boys sure love Lotus.
They do, but I'm worried to see them going back to it.
Yeah.
At this stage, they're 1 and 3 on the map. It was certainly their strongest map back in China, but I think it's gotten stale, and the EDG game exemplified that. They still haven't found solutions to deal with their passive A hold on the defensive side, which is where they start on this map, which was also an issue in their previous loss. And on top of that, unlike G2, there was new ways shown by EDG of how to counter-strat and beat this team, particularly on the defense of playing aggressively towards C and denying them the opportunity to even look towards an execute on that site. This is a very worrying sign for me, honestly, from XLG. I would have liked to see them.
Yeah, I
let's go,
agree.
let's go,
On the
let's go.
opposing side, you have Lev picking Haven, which they've not played this tournament just yet. Of course, they've been leaving that to float, showing that they would be happy if it got to that point. But I'm liking to see a bit of diversity in their map pool, where XLG are obviously not quite showing the same at this point.
It really is quite the clash here, right? Like, you got a team that's just sticking with their guns and a team that's willing to be flexible when the moment calls for it.
Yeah, I think the issue for XLG is that for this team, even though they've made this deep run now, they don't have a super deep map pool that they've been able to show. Their Haven looked really bad when they played it in the Swiss stage. The Lotus was always a stalwart. Now that's struggling, and it's a question of where's the new home ground for them, or can they repair their home in time for today?
Yeah, and look, yesterday we did see XLG put up a fight against EDG, right? They took it to map 3. They showed that they can do it, and EDG definitely took the task to them. But it was clear, as we were talking about, Billy, that their passiveness was certainly an issue, especially on defense, and you saw it kind of crumble on Split there too.
Yeah, I think if we do get to that split today, we want to see that more proactive approach from XLG, especially against a team such as Lev, who on the other side have a very aggressive play style. They love these set trap plays, and I think that there's a contrast between the two, because Lev very much like to get in your face, and XLG can't allow them to just get in their face today.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I think that for XLG, they got exposed in this last game. I liked my favorite rounds when they were playing regionally was when they were going for trap plays of their own with that wave come, looking more proactive on defense. But I feel like I've seen them regress to some of the issues they were showing in China.
Let's go, bro. Let's go.
Passive style on the defensive side. And for that reason, I think my
आज तो मैच
today
बहुत बढ़िया
is
होने
just
वाला है
like the defense on the maps looks
Simple
weak.
बात है ये
The
तो।
Lotus looks like
आज
it's not up
बहुत
to
बढ़िया
snuff
होने वाला
anymore.
मैच।
What is the place that XLG goes to rebound? They haven't had much time.
On the plus side, they were winning a lot of pistols.
That's the thing. You can put
On the plus side.
We're starting. I mean, and the thing is, right, is that you can build off of that, right? But I think the only thing that I'm a little, as to Mimi's point, concerned about is just the fact that Leviathan have proven that they are a type of team that loves to play in your face. They love to be aggressive. It's a different kind of defense, right? You know, something they say, right? The best defense is a good offense, and that's kind of what Lev are doing here.
Yeah, they absolutely exemplify that. You brought up the pistols as well. They have to regress to the mean. They cannot be winning all but one pistol in this tournament. It cannot continue. That's my piece. Lev's defense, Billy, please.
For sure. I think, let's speak about that.
भाई Dion तो भाई क्या ही बोलेगा जैसे खेल रहा है
But yeah, I think this quote that we got from from King the other day is
क्यों
very
कॉपर
interesting to me.
पहले
in the
कांगकांग को
sense
बोलता
that
था
he says that
अभी
the
तो
coaching staff
नियोन
are
जाना
thinking
जाता है
outside
भाई
of the box.
क्या
Now,
ओ
the
भाई
expectation that we had set for this Lev roster coming into this event is they love a set strat. But what I've been really enjoying
भाई.
seeing is these trap plays that they've been having, especially on the extremities. And I think for me, it's really enjoyable to watch. I'd love to know how prepped and planned they are, or whether these are things that King is calling on the fly.
Yeah, I think it's a mix of both. When I was talking to King the other day, he mentioned that he gave a lot of credit to the coaching staff for coming up with these ideas. But what he highlighted, and what I really agree with as their new strength, is that they've done a great job of showing the same early rounds of set plays that they've showed in VODs in the past, but having different ideas off of that. And I think that's a level of depth that has made the difference between a Leviathan that we were initially worried would be too counter-stratable,
Yeah.
and has instead been able to sustain in what is a very long tournament.
Yeah, you know, and it does take me back also. I remember when we were chatting with King, you know, he was giving us all that stuff and talking to us about how the team was feeling too. I know one thing we're going to be looking out for is energy, is how the team is kind of, you know, putting themselves out there, right? How hype Sato is getting, how much he's feeling himself on the stage. Is that going to be a positive? Is it a detriment? We'll find out. But of course, following Lev's win over Team Heretics, we spoke with Sato for this HyperX player moment.
We just played Team Heretics, playing against a team that has so many international experiences. I don't know, it just feels like a great barrier to overcome. I wouldn't say that we had any doubts because
Hi, welcome to the stream guys, welcome.
PaperX the day before, but after reviewing everything,
सभी को
we
वेलकम
just thought,
भाई सातो भाई इस
this
बार
was
फिनिक्स
just
खेल
not
के
our
गंदा
day.
मत कर
We
देना
didn't
भाई हम
lose
सीधे
any
इसलिए बोल
work.
रहे
We
हैं
didn't
फिनिक्स खेल के
start
कुछ भी
doubting ourselves.
कुछ भी
We
कर देते हैं
never, even for a second,
फिनिक्स
we
खेल ही
didn't
रहे
think
तो
like,
थोड़ा सा
okay,
मतलब
we're not worthy of being here. We're a
Fast forward
young
खेलो
rookie team with a single veteran
ज़्यादा
on
slow हो
our
जाता है
roster, and we're doing great so far.
वे लेव का साथ और थोड़ा पर ये बहुत लेट से खेला
much more
ये
exciting to have a
इसका जो
strong
मैप
crowd
जो गेम था
cheering on you
सातों
or
का
even
बहुत
cheering
लेट हो
against
जाता
you. I
है
feel like the emotions
तब
are
तक पूरा
quite
गेम
similar.
निकल जाता है भाई
Like, if I stand up and I yell and the crowd reacts and yell with me, then that's great. And if they don't, then it's like equally great because, you know, I just made everyone quiet. And in that way, it's kind of amazing itself. And in both ways, I'm like, you know, hyping up my team, making everyone excited. And I feel like that's a new job for me inside this team.
सातो अच्छा खेलता है सातो ऐसे प्रॉब्लम कुछ नहीं है
It is no surprise, just like in Americas, the way that Sato works the crowd, brings the hype, Billy brings the energy. This is your first, you know, exposure seeing him, you know, in person, and he's a whole character, man.
He has been the main character of Masters London. The showmanship that he's been showing on stage, the confidence despite being a rookie at this
हमको
event
लगता है
as well,
रारगा थोड़ा
I
और
have
बेटर
been
रहेगा
really,
फिनिक्स में
really
डुलिस में
impressed. On the flip side, we have this
हमको तो ये
contrast
लगता
between
है
him going up against Raga to do it.
रारगा
today,
बेटर
who
रहेगा
has
मेरे लिए
maybe been lacking a bit of that
हमको तो ऐसा लगता है
self-confidence and needs to hype himself up.
Yeah, Raga has been
जिस
to
हिसाब से
more
फिनिक्स
international
खेलता है
events,
रारगा
he
जो
has much more experience
हमको तो लगता है
on those
रारगा
big
मोर
stages,
बेटर है
but it's been this standout success early from Sato. He's been having an absolutely excellent tournament despite showing up for his first ever. And you look across that stage, and what we think about for Raga is instead underperforming in the big matches, getting in his own head, being unable to find his form from VCTCN, which is so excellent domestically. On the plus side, we've seen good games from him this tournament.
Well, I was gonna say,
in their last match,
have.
map to that breeze, I thought he was excellent.
Instrumental in the comeback there.
Yes.
A couple big rounds that he provided them.
बात तो सही
Yes, but when we went to map 3 of that series,
He was nowhere to be found.
return to the prior. So I do worry today that the mental for XLG will be a big factor when I have absolutely no qualms about Lev being able to keep the energy that they've had all year.
I do worry about the pressure that Raga has been facing every time he goes to a global event, being able to hit that domestic performance like we're saying. But then I also worry towards the Lev side. Being the last Americas roster here at this event, doesn't that come with a little bit of pressure on its own, knowing that you're the last kind of team to flag fly the flag, I should say?
I saw Sato on the way out. I was like, last squad, hold it down. He was like, all good. So I think they feel okay.
Gotta love it.
I honestly don't think they care, because it's like, even if you get in your head about it a little bit, you get up on stage,
Well-
Sato starts screaming, you're chilling.
And also, let's not forget too, they're the only LATAM organization, right? Like the team is one of the only teams representing, players that are from LATAM as well as Brazil. So I think they've been feeling that the whole time,
Is there a single match that you can point to where you felt like the pressure was a detriment to them? 'Cause I can't think of.
I can't think of a match. I mean, outside of the Paper X game, but even then,
But even
you're
then,
like
they bounced back after map 1,
and you just
played
got
great.
thrashed by Paper X. So like, that's just life. It happens that way. But for real, this Leviathan team truly unique, truly fascinating. Both squads really with such incredible journeys. But for more on Sato and how he's feeling today, Jen Lee, the icon herself, had an opportunity to catch up with him to see how he feels.
We have Sato of Lev here with me. Sato, this is your first time facing a CN team. What do you need to look out for?
I think they're really, really aggressive, and they really like individual play. So we just need to be extra careful because at any time someone could come swinging, and it's kind of, if you're not expecting it, it's kind of surprising.
What about winning over the fans?
Sorry?
What about winning over the fans?
Oh, it's an uphill battle, but I'm trying my best.
Okay. All right, good luck today.
Thank you very much.
If there's one person who can get the fans on his side, it is Sato. So we'll see how that plays through here. But focusing the conversation, though, on XLG, here's the thing, folks. If they manage to pull off this win here today, they will be the only region, CN, with 2 teams in the top 4. And when you look at how this region has struggled genuinely, Mimi, to be able to get to these points, what is accomplished here, regardless of the circumstance today, is still phenomenal for the region.
Yeah, the lowest average placements every year since partnership until now, and obviously except for 2023, very early on when that was that low for the Pacific region. So I think for this squad, it would not only be a huge influx point for them to make their first top 4, but for China, for the first time ever, for them to have 2 teams that deep in a tournament. There's been so many events that we've talked about being the event for China, getting excited for it. Santiago was supposed to be that. They utterly disappointed. And this one has been different. And XLG, this is such a massive opportunity for them to do something huge for themselves, but also for the
CN will
region
have
at
2
large.
teams in the top 4, bro.
So many
XLG अगर जीत जाते हैं तो.
for this region here at this event as well, which
XLG
is
और
incredible
EDG
to
ना?
see. I think for me, when I'm thinking about XLG specifically, it's been
XLG और
incredible
EDG आ
to
जाएगा,
watch them
मतलब.
spin the narrative for themselves, to spin the narrative of them at global events, going from barely even being able to win a map at global events, now finding themselves in a position where they're just 1 step away from that top 4 position.
Yeah.
It really is incredible.
Yeah, no, really. I mean, one of my favorite lines is, you went from undesirable to undeniable. And I kind of feel like that's exactly what XLG have done here. No one really was giving them that time of day. And then here they come. They make that time of day for themselves. It's something that you genuinely have to respect. I know I do. I know a lot of us here in London do as well. But for more on this awesome XLG lineup, we have the man known as I Am Leo standing by with Jen Lee.
Here with Leo of XLG. Leo, your opponents today, Lev, they really like to play aggressive and fast, kind of like the CN teams back in your region. Do you think that plays well into your playstyle?
我觉得我研究他们的比赛也不全是 rush 吧，但是还是得非常提防他们的 rush， 然后希望今天能够带给大家一场精彩的比赛。
I watched your VOS actually, and I don't feel like every round they played auto rush.
भाई इसका साउंड और इसका फेस और इसका बॉडी कुछ मैच नहीं कर रहा है भाई.
Hopefully we can
लाइक इसका साउंड देख के ऐसा लगा था कि बहुत
Right, thank you so much. Good luck.
बहुत मतलब पिच कम वाला साउंड आने वाला है और एकदम पिच हार्ड वाला साउंड है.
Respect. They know what their opponent is capable of, and they do not want to underestimate.
भाई कौन हिला रहा है इसको? ओए भाई ये कैमरा कौन हिला रहा है? कैमरा कौन हिला रहा है भाई?
We asked you if Leviathan, excuse me, are going to keep the Americas dream
Elimination is on the
alive
line.
here,
Can Leviathan keep the Americas top 4 hope alive?
Yes,
Cast
they will,
what
but
it
it's a
was.
close one there.
भाई
Maybe the last 2
भले
we're
इस
the
बार
America's representatives here.
ये
So
इसमें हरा तो
how
गया.
are we feeling right
बात
now
तो वही
about
हो गया
Lev?
ना.
I think Leviathan is a favorite in this match. I think their style of being extremely active on defense
इसमें
and
हरा तो
having a
गया.
lot of very strong set plays is going to play well into an XLG that I think plays too far back a lot and will give a lot of respect and space to this team. I think the way they carry themselves on the stage, the confidence they have should also translate in this map. And you combine that with a good map pool, and I think that despite being a rookie squad, I see Lev as a favorite today.
Yeah, I think I would agree. I think as well you have to consider Lev coming into this matchup off of a win versus XLG coming into this matchup off of a loss and how that actually ends up playing a mental game in a matchup like this.
No, 100%. I mean, look, the pressure's on no matter what. This is a monumental achievement for both teams.
Yes.
No matter the circumstances, both teams fought so hard to get to this point.
True.
And top 4 is on the line. A goal that these players probably never thought would be possible, folks. This is it. Today, 2 teams are going to make top 4. Who's it going to be? Day 10 of Masters London starts right now.
किसका हाथ में भेज रहा है भाई? लेकिन प्रेजेंटेशन बहुत बढ़िया है यार. Oh भाई.
This plank goes down and now just left down to Leo once more. Not much you can do in a spot like this.
真正的荣耀不在于从不跌倒。
Trying to battle his way out of this one here. Hold on, my God!
而是在于每次重新站起来的勇气。
What's the time ticking? But he's sprinting knife out. No shot.
而我相信我们就是荣耀。
You've got to be joking.
We don't want to go back home. It's still not time yet. We still want to play it more. I think every single match that we've played here was extremely exciting.
我很骄傲，我们现在有现在这样的成绩，但是同时也让我们看到我们其实有更大的机会去斩获国际赛的冠军。
I'm really excited to play against XOG. Me and King practiced against them a bunch last year, so it's definitely an odd feeling playing against someone that we got to know. It's really a shame that one of us is gonna have to go home.
日月潭我感觉就像是美洲版的农心吧，他们就是青春风暴。当风暴来袭的时候，就是不知道会发生什么。日月潭，我们准备好了，那你呢
We're not finished yet. I'm not finished yet.
भाई एक फिल्म दिखा दे वाला फील है यार. मेहनत तो किया है भाई, हर टीम मेहनत की है यहाँ तक पहुँचने के लिए. तो मानना पड़ेगा.
It's XOG versus Leviathan.
No matter what happens, one of these teams is going to make history for themselves. For XLG, it'd be pushing farther than they've ever made it in a bracket before to the top 4. For Leviathan, not only holding it down for Latin America, not only holding it down for Brazil, but holding it down for the whole of America's entirety. Today is a day to find out which underdog has the biggest bite.
Both of these teams, a massive opportunity. 4 rookies on the side of Leviathan. Players that have been to globals for XLG, but never this far, never this deep into a tournament. We look back to the maps again, and the elephant in the room is Lotus, the map that XLG dominated in China, that they've picked in every match this event, but are on a losing streak, 1 in 3 so far. That to me is the influx point of if XLG can fix the issues in time and actually have the depth to go further.
I have to agree. And then when I'm looking at Lev selecting this Haven, as we mentioned before, being able to show diversity in that map pool in one of the most important matches that they will have played this
Haven,
year.
Lotus.
XLG banned this against G2. This was a map that they wanted to go to at one point. I'm excited to see what Leviathan pull out for this.
मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है
how dominant they looked on it regionally.
Heaven
There you can see
XLG लेके जाएगा.
holding that stuffy that his girlfriend gave him. He's going to bring that to the stage with him. He's going to bring a lot to the stage with him. All that experience, all that history, leading these young boys to this championship opportunity. Could very well be what the doctor ordered for the end.
Only 2 of the men on that stage have been close to this position before. For King with Lebanon,
देखना पड़ेगा ना कि क्या-क्या pick हुआ है.
some of the
उसके हिसाब से
other
देखना
greats
पड़ेगा.
of this game and making deep runs at events Owner as well made history early for Latin America all the way back 2021. That run that put his region on the map. It was King after that with Lev in Copenhagen to do the same. But now he's back with the next generation of that region with the best talent the Americas region at large had to offer, and with a huge opportunity to make top 4.
Intensity, and it is exactly what you'd want and what you'd expect from Leviathan. But Billy, for XLG, you see the audience, you see the creativity, the fans, the people pouring their support for this squad. There's going to be a 6-man on that server, and it's going to be this crowd for XLG.
But you heard from Sato on the other side. He doesn't care about the crowd, whether they're cheering, whether they're not. I think when I look at XLG, yes, I agree. It very much is having that 6th man, as you mentioned, being able to cheer them on. Having so many supporters come around. We see Laxi here on the screen right now, XLG's mascot.
How do I get that hat? I want that. I want that easy. No, folks, this is, you can tell though, right? Now, honestly, my attention gets drawn to that young man on that stage right there, Neon. What a talent. And what we're really going to be looking for is whether or not he's going to bring that cold-blooded mentality that he brought in his debut in Americas here to arguably the biggest match of his career.
It is the biggest match of his career.
Yeah.
For 4 of those players on Leviathan, for everyone on XLG, this is the moment for these guys. Across the stage on XLG, looking at their approach to this one, they lost to GE, they lost to DRG in the Swiss stage on this map, but they had some days off. I'm looking to see what they've adapted on this Haven to be able to compete with Lev today.
For sure. I think when I'm looking at Lev, they've not steered away from the previous composition they were running. I'm expecting Neon to be taking up those extremities with the snipers on this chamber. When I look towards XLG, really only the information that they need to get rid of is that chamber trip across the map. I think Raga and Nomad have been excellent on this double duelist, really seeing them lean into this. Jet and Phoenix is their kind of identity.
हम सिंबल एक कॉल देते हैं, सिंबल एक बढ़िया वाला कॉल. अगर लेवियतन का किंग और नियॉन जो चैम्बर है और एस्ट्रा है शुरुआत में नहीं मरता है, अटैक में शुरुआत में नहीं मरता है, तो 7-5 हो सकता है. लेव का 7 और XLG का 5. अगर दोनों शुरुआत में मर रहे हैं तो हो सकता है 4-8. लेवियतन का 4, XLG का 8. भी देखते हैं किससे जाता है. ठीक है.
It can't go on forever for both teams.
No, absolutely not. I think we have a real banger here today. Again, XLG for me, I think probably fell victim to familiarity in that previous series. Almost felt like there was a moment where they just sort of ran out of steam and kind of just realized, oh God, we're playing against that team.
Yeah.
For Lev though, what a sensational performance so far. I mean, for me, highlight being Neon and currently sitting around top 5 overall here at the event.
I'm putting Sato up there.
Yeah, no, absolutely, yeah. I'm talking pure stats, but some of the rounds 100%. We've seen from Sato have also been incredible.
अभी देखना पड़ेगा भाई.
For me though, XLG, a couple of individuals have looked shaky. That's ever the discussion with this roster. I think Raga obviously the biggest talking point there. Certainly an upsurge for him, but for me, I want to see Lysor, I want to see No Man really deliver today. They're going to need to versus Lev.
Yeah, these boys pack a punch on the left side. Neon with the first attempt and a bit of chip damage done towards Leo. So again, for XLG, just get themselves comfortable in the server. All right, start feeling it out.
मैंने जैसे बोला किंग और नियॉन को नहीं मारना है शुरुआत में.
XLG feeling the brunt of facing EDG on the big stages.
Big info with Fadar here, and XLG just started to follow through. Thinking about this on the way in, happy way up short. Got to find something here.
Yeah, a little surprised that Neon's been pretty much irrelevant to this. A couple of opportunities, a big couple of misses. Blows, however, dives in and out of the smoke boy, down to a 2v2. Spike knocked down, and Raga. There's your X Factor, your danger man that we're waiting to see if truly hits his peak. King, though, probably one of the only experienced players to this extent, at least on the left side. Checks Graffiti. He's got a 1v1, a mistake! And a loss of
Just थोड़ा के लिए रे.
Just don't get pistols versus XLG, man.
So good.
Even here, was it the first 2 or 3 opening kills go back in favor of Lev after that initial pressure.
Down here.
One enemy remaining.
Absolutely beautiful from Raga to turn this one around. Get a real opportunity. Isolates 1 for 3 in that situation, which is a
नहीं हम डिफेंस का बात नहीं किया हम तो अटैक का बात किया था
Really
अटैक होता था
dangerous.
अटैक
And-
होता
and
था
my eyes will continue to look towards Neon here. Want to see him start going early. Felt like he had a couple of chances. The first, it was a peek through sewer, fair enough. But after that on the site, kind of
Revealing
expected a
area.
bit more punch to it. Not the end of the world. Going back in on the bonus. Wow.
Yeah, the dart's still
Guys,
pinged.
Guys.
What is it with
Bye.
darts
I
recently?
don't know, man.
पूरा का पूरा
Any shooters
पूरा
in chat?
पूरा ये हो गया
Like,
रीड हो
what's-
गया
I want to see where that
एक
went.
रिकॉर्ड नहीं तोड़ पाए ये लोग
Can they get ahead of this though? See immediately XLG looked to capitalize on that information.
अरे
Thought no man there, he was trying to clear towards quad almost, maybe expecting one player to be nearby. And speaking of darts, man, what's going on today? Someone shoot these damn things! Alright, it's just Sado and Neon. Make it just Neon. Raga's had enough, he's farming up in some of these rounds. And just that one bullet on the Headhunter utilized. And now with the plant in,
भाई क्या हो गया सब रिवील में मर रहा है
chances become minimal.
Try and make a go of this, but as you said, nothing left in the Headhunter.
तू
And
गया
gonna
तू
be the easiest target, but
पिक
Ram
किया तू
headshot
गया
here converts number 2. Raga, early ultimate found.
That's huge.
Crucial here.
Where is this dart going? Like,
Which one? Oh, you mean the first one?
yeah, it's got like all 5. Was it just a miss?
I think it was. Yeah, but you heard like, what, 2 or 3 classics ringing out towards it. Maybe took an awkward bounce somewhere, but as I said, Raga here, ultimate round 3. Big opportunity to convert. Been a discussion really on XLG's pistol success is actually how well they set themselves up at the start of a half. Certainly could replicate that here. 3 towards B starting here for Lev. Anticipating
अरे यार
just
पता है
close.
तो
It's Raga
लेव
down.
और एक बार
Raga gone.
जिसका पास अल्टी था वही गिर गया भाई
Essential. Now removed from the hand, kind of somewhat diminishing
बाप
this
रे बाप
bonus from having
क्या स्टन आया
further threat perhaps. Spikes in, gorgeous.
नाइस है क्या खेला है
Knows the area to work in, has so much support. Look at these rotations. He's got 4 on site. Sato looking to see if anyone's
सब शॉट में बैठा हुआ है
caught in no man's land, but it's over towards Quad.
हाँ?
Happy way with 2 back-to-backs. Blows now down.
ओ भाई
Leon
नियॉन
comes in.
नियॉन बचा दिया ब्रो
Shutting it down.
नियॉन बचा दिया नियॉन बचा दिया
The synergies and the trades.
नियॉन बचा दिया हम तो जीजी सोचा था ये तो नियॉन बचा दिया
A little bit
भाई
of damage really for XLG to find in this round. And Raga again, I was thinking back as well to that other series where with the res up on Lotus dying a number of times here, just caught again unfortunate situation. He wants to scale up very quickly to make use of that ultimate. Already intention shown here by XLG in terms of pace.
I love seeing him up out of the chair. I love it. This
सातो
guy's on
सातो
zero
मेरे
care.
शुरुआत में
Watch
सही
what
नहीं हो रहा है
rounds.
सातो
I'm
का
up. Love a team player. Alright, gotta keep doing it again. That was the bonus,
Yeah, fast
and as
kill.
we noted early on, that was without Raga there, but Spikes in. Oh, he's going for a walk. Spikes in. Oh, he's got Happy Way.
So
Beautiful
snappy.
hit and run.
क्या
It's going to spur XLG on towards C here. Got to head for the
Keep
hills.
back
Yeah,
away.
don't want to contest this at all. XLG reading that early pressure really well. Maybe one of their criticism previously, you're not really acting upon that early information. No man looking for something here, but King's going to shut that down.
That's from King to kind of, yes, give up the site, but maintain some of the, I guess, extremity control for the retake to an extent. To get another go at things, Raga still trying to stand on site, bareheaded. Nice from Neon. He's starting to heat up here, and even just that last round, finding value. Flash on the wall, finds Lysor. Lev really solid on that retake.
Very
सुंदर
comfortable.
रिटेक किया भाई सुंदर
Raga gets
रिटेक
nothing for the ultimate.
बहुत
Clears a
अच्छा
ton of
retake
space,
किया
but they cannot secure the site here.
ये जो स्पाइक जन जो घुस के मार रहा है ना भाई
That will put XLG on red alert. I mean, again, a solo endeavor basically on the back of the dart, clearing that early space, but Spikes in totally disrespecting any sort of hold outside of lobby. Might
भाई
actually
घुस
force a
के
little bit
कैसे
of
मारा है यार तो हम तो
adjustment
वही सोच
here.
रहा अभी भी घुस के कैसे मार दिया ब्रो
Let's see, 4
मतलब
towards mid for XLG. Again, just sheriffs, well, a couple of sheriffs to play with here. Leo does have a Hunter's Fury though.
क्या
You see the
लियो
start
स्टार्स
here, 3 outside B.
Does the dart find all
Okay,
three
you're going-
magically? If okay, I don't think that's going to be the case with Spikes in. I mean, the confidence is just, it knows no bounds. They are pushing the issue. They are pressuring down middle. This is a different generation of Valorant in mind. They are making this hurt. And
चलो उसको जला के मार दिया अपने टीम को जला जला के मार रहा है भाई
Disregard for the anti-eco as well. I think as well, XLG, you have a couple of rounds now where they just have to be more aware early on. Yes, a lesser buy, but they're just hoping to get away with what, a freebie into Garage here. Certainly some confidence builders early on here for Lev and get themselves one to the good.
I'm looking at that Sato and Spike scene. I guess I don't say stack, but the walk down too long. And again, they are so aggressive. There's no rest for the Wicked, and they're being herded by the Hunter's Fury. Neon, in the meantime, has found Nomad. This is a fight on two fronts. You could not succeed any further if you were Lev.
We're going to be joined out here as well. We prevented from making any progress on the back of that. And all that distraction to get maximum value off the Hunter's Fury as well.
yes
3v5 now. Don't really have anybody to pressure toward. They'll have to dig King out of the window. Catch up to Sato though.
Where's that temptation for King? He's heard so much of this now as well. But maintains composure. Smoke fade. Boy, not going to get a freebie.
You see Spikeson wants to swing that.
बाप रे बाप
See it.
ये कैसा
Hey, these guys
टाइमिंग है
are aggressive. It feels like it's just in their blood the way they play, but trying to keep their cool to not give over opportunities to even it up to a 3v3.
I mean, seems like a lifetime ago, but still 30 seconds left on the clock.
इतना
here for
slow खेला है
XLG
भाई ये वाला मैप
to recover.
30 seconds left. Fast. But you can see the intention. Lev kind of clearing through C, clearing through B, and then leaving.
फ्लैश
a
आने
very
वाला है बढ़िया
competitive
फ्लैश
position.
बढ़िया
Doesn't
फ्लैश
overstay either, or
सुंदर
go too
फ्लैश
far
था
ahead
वो
and get caught in that. So again, they can focus on playing towards this retake. For XLG, they need to
Oh,
catch
बाप रे
one a
बाप।
little ahead maybe here. Lowe's does have the reveal ready.
Just waiting for Spikeson to come back now. Has dealt with the trip, so it will pull Happy Way away from the site just to consider the
deep.
possibility of a flank.
It's at the moment, it's only Raga on the site. He's got so much to do and so little support. No way anyone could trade onto that with a smoke coming in towards quad. They have completely cleared front sight. Spikeson knows what's secure and what's safe. They can focus towards sewer. They can focus towards quad. And at the moment, there's nothing really threatening them here. Lysa and Happyway gonna have to dig deep if they want a chance at this.
अगर वो नहीं मरता ना अगर वो नहीं मरता ना तो राउंड निकलने का चांसेस था भाई वो नहीं मरना चाहिए था वो नहीं मरता तो राउंड बहुत अच्छा निकलना था
Again, allow this threat to build in the back line. Spikeson goes towards, deals with the trip, and Happyway, I mean, he has to come and check it.
ये नहीं चाहिए था
Completely isolates
ये लाइसोर नहीं मरना था
members of Lev pressuring through. Really well executed by Lev here. It will be a timeout from XLG.
टाइम आउट आएगा
On the brink of Raga's second ultimate, and a couple more to boot, so we'll be available this follow-up round. Doubt we'll see force out. I mean, potentially, actually, with Nomad being one away from the blade, so they might just force up here.
I guess that's maybe a potential discussion, but you got to talk bigger picture here. And it feels like, I've got to say, Lev are doing everything right for me. I love the aggression on the extremities. I like that they're taking fights here and there. I like that they're very aware of kind of how the map flow works, right? Sitting Neon deep, not overextending, not leaving him on an island. I really like what I'm seeing. For XLG, what is their Coinbase win condition here, really? Is there anything that comes to mind easily? Because I can't see it yet.
I mean, it has to be built around these ults. This is a fantastic position to be in to answer back. You need to get away, again, chip away at some of the finances for Lev. I mean, Neon's comfortable here with an operator and an ultimate behind that. King's going to have a divide up. Sato now, ultimate available. Again, Lev just looks so comfortable finding these opening picks.
Yep.
XLG, whether or not they want to stack up on one side and challenge this. Again, doesn't feel comfortable. You see that sort of execution down C long.
थोड़ा सा लेफ्ट राइट हो गया बटन दबाया वाला
Fury.
Also want to compliment the proactive ult use. We saw blows in that round, kind of utilizing the Hunter's Fury in complement with the aggression down C-Long. I really like it. They're not resting on them, sitting for that dream scenario. But let's see if XLG have come up with maybe a cure for them.
ये क्या था?
Oh, you can't cure that. Neon does finally get overrun, stuck
हम
around on
समझा
the B
नहीं।
site. So they've gone for that be aggressive.
गार्गा फ्लैश करेगा सोचा है उसके बाद क्या हो गया
Yeah. Sato on towards Raga. And there's the ult. Sato gonna just head on in. Wants to try and get a trade going. No man overwhelms, spikes in, clears him. King in the back lines, beheads one. Guillotine comes down, spots out the last man standing. Yes, Leo does well, but to get back towards denying this defuse would be miraculous. He's trying everything he can.
Oh bhai.
Desperate to stack up here
Close
and take a
kiya
2v1. Actually giving up the
एकदम close
defuse.
किया.
That felt close.
Yeah, very close. Luckily shut down. In real threat in this round, though. I mean, beautiful opening here from Neon, but no man happy to just follow through here.
Yeah, great reaction from No Man there. Actually, just get into it, not let that kind of spiral away from them.
तो कहाँ से कहाँ zoom मार रहा है
Well,
वो?
that wink on, here it is. Everything available now for
इतना
XLG.
दूर zoom मार रहा है वो भाई.
And eyes towards Raga. Again, a crucial round previously where he shut down ahead of being able to use it. And again, the other round, I believe, towards C, where King's able to just get off site. Really sets in motion the retake there.
They want to be disrupted, Mike. Look at Spike Scene.
नहीं देख रहे?
And they've not done this. They've been aggressive ever, but this point, Spike Scene left to his own devices, but put down
हमने तो
early.
इसको जो
No
देखा
Man
नहीं
on the
होगा.
case. He's been doing really well at quelling some of this aggression.
देखा होना चाहिए ना.
Neon's got to respect this drone as well. Doesn't know exactly now with Spikes in falling. What's really developing behind that pick. XLG still cautious. Get the information here off the neural theft. Might just see them. Yeah, that should be the green light. To head straight towards blows.
He wants to stick around. He's playing into the smoke here. Does he? A flash, but he's still standing. Okay, gets cleared. Very heads up work from XLG. That's a lovely side take. That is what you can set your watch to, sort of stuff. But now, Plant should be next. No issues on that front. And King, look, he's pretty far.
I don't think he's headed this way.
Ooh.
Look to
Good
hold on to
reaction.
this. Yeah, I mean, and actually as well, considering it's only the neural theft and Raga's ultimate invested here. It's allowed to at least get a bit of a cushion. And like I said, they have to chip away at that string of rounds that Lev have built up now.
Blocking vision.
Blocking vision.
Still going to be able to get operators out on the side of Lev. It's a very good indicator. I mean, whether or not they can greet the aggression once more. This is Spikes in again on a solo endeavor. Usually good for one in that situation we've seen previously, but I don't know, that is one that maybe causes Lev to be a little more coordinated. Send an extra body.
So that's what it looked like, right, when they were doing it down like
Well,
C-long
the issue
and
is
stuff,
that,
right?
I mean, Spikes doesn't spot anything else behind No Man, so it doesn't give any sort of indicator as to what the default looked like or where they were stacked up.
I guess the only other caveat to that is the fact that King was able to walk C-long pretty early.
Yeah.
But again,
No Man देख लिया
kind
था.
of clutching at scores. trying to
यार
put
No
together
Man
a
नहीं
bigger
देखा था.
picture.
समझ में नहीं आया.
You look at the ult
मतलब
usage of
कैंप
2
कैंप
out
में
of
देखा था
5
कि
that
नहीं देखा.
XLG had, investing Ragas and
पर वो
Happy
अल्टी
Ways
मारने
is
का
still
तो
Bangkok.
लॉजिक नहीं लगा
And
है.
a
अल्टी
good
का जरूरत
break
नहीं
in
था
the
शायद.
chain as well for XLG. That's
बात
good
नहीं,
for
अभी तो
them.
मार
I
दिया
feel
तो
like
मार
this is
दिया.
going to snowball out of control.
अभी मार दिया तो मार दिया. सो क्या करे सो क्या करे.
Looking fairly similar, at least pressure towards A-Long here. Maybe Neon to get on a deeper line. I don't know, he goes forwards maybe off the back of the drone, but Happy will be there, similar position where he fell earlier on. XLG just poised, they're just waiting for somebody to walk out onto the map.
Well, they've identified at least where Neon is, right? So operator likely to be noted off the back of that too. Does that change the approach? Does it change a thing? For now, it's a very patient default.
got the spike.
Maybe established by that aggression that Lev has been happy to run a couple of times. You do need to go down that checklist. XLG starting a group now.
It's curious to see as well, Sato wants to offset the C-side hold. I mean, King shouldering here. He'll get the information early enough. A little bit of a fake here on the back of the drone. It's going to force Neon to reconsider the steeper position. Now King's going to have the info. There's a third player already. Spikes in here towards spawn.
I'm curious if he can get away in time. They want to hold the site. They've actually kind of taken towards back site this time. They want to fight them on the site itself. Happy Way does well, but it's instantly denied by Spike Scene. Follow-up, stunning, handled by No Man right back at you. Spike does get recovered. Smoke still in, the drop, Happy Way, beheading blows, and now
Happy Way कुछ भी मारते हैं भाई. Happy Way
ऐसे
ऐसे करके गोली चला जाता है.
Two on site, one slightly further off towards long. You're not going to get much play.
ये क्या लिखा है भाई?
He was spotted so late with the drone as well ahead of this C hit coming through.
Anukutan kya this? What is
Going to
this?
be anticipating him from
What is this? Tell me.
From the mid side at least, as the camera over towards spawn. Have to give this one up now. Actually, will sit ahead of the trip. I mean, you can TP behind it, but
Do you think Lev might pump the brakes for a timeout to see if they can work out kind of this deep
I don't think,
potentially, or do you think they're still happy?
I think we're already seeing the adjustment here where they're certainly taking their time. They know that XLG is going to be anticipating this aggression now. Don't expect to see Spikeson going forward actively solo, at least. I mean, talked about the set piece with the Hunter's Fury. That's certainly something they could lean towards. I don't think it's there just yet. And for me, it's Spikeson, 2 beautiful kills to open this up, but no man, the one I wanted to see delivered today. Certainly back in form here.
He's doing really good at kind of playing spoiler almost, right? We saw it with the aggressive walk down middle. That little look towards the site take as well. He's there, he's present. He's the one diving in towards B. These are kind of workhorse moments from him. Operator for Neon, still obviously there. Simplistic in stance on this approach towards A. 3 on the other side. He's going again. This guy never knows when he's dead. Bar gonna make sure of it, but there is now backup to this. It's not just an individual fight. Oh my god, that shock dart is on the money as Sato as well. Compounding the problems that XLG have. This time, players were in the right place at the right time, and Happyway cannot do it alone.
But the value they're able to get off some of this util just in and amongst the aggression.
Chat में this क्या चल रहा है भाई?
Like this. Again, XLG given a couple of rounds to breathe, right?
कोई मुझे बता दे chat में this क्या चल
रहा है? Some space to sit back and be comfortable.
ये क्या है?
This lobby crunch, absolutely perfect from Lev. Spikeson 14 and 7 right now. He's having a stellar first half. At the forefront of most of these set pieces for Lev. No surprises there. Just to continue that trend now. Has to be careful. I mean, Hathaway able to deny this info initially.
So if they can get there in time for King.
Read it.
Respect this. Previously, you saw them trying to sit a little bit closer towards back sight. Miss from Neon.
Oh,
the site now is an exchange. They're going to be happy enough taking this. No one back sight now.
Let's go up here to give a little bit of chip.
Naughty.
Spike planted. Adjustment here of the plant.
Here comes
Sato.
Yeah, Sato wants in. It's Neon to connect towards Raga. Close on the follow-up side, getting absolutely shredded as Happyway. Oh,
सब ब्यूटी एक साथ आए सब.
King, he sees it all.
सब ब्यूटी एक साथ आए bro सब.
Catching the flank coming through. Diffuse is going to be there. Put it on a show now. And finding these adjustments.
I mean, as soon as they get the green light here, I mean, just look at the kill feed within, what, a second and a half. Everything so well coordinated by Lev. At least previously things...
Oh, tag as well on
not necessarily alike now. I mean, even as little things like the flash onto the second blow from the Hunter's Fury. It's just fantastic to watch the synergy, the precision as well.
ये लोग वो स्पोर्ट्स वाला कैमरा लेके आ गया ये लोग, इसलिए बीच में ये लोग जूम करके दिखा रहे हैं उसको. वो मतलब ऐसे करने से वो जूम हो जाता है, फिर वैसे करने से वापस आता है, फिर ऐसा करने से जूम हो जाता है. वो लेके आए ये लोग.
Ultimate just yet. But at least we've seen him cycle through it.
Yeah, they're still looking for the first on C.
Mara. Ore.
Standing and holding his home of the C site. Lev now in unison, getting back together. The reveal stunning, spikes in. He's here, flashed up on the other side. Going to be difficult for them to find value now. Send packing, Sato stands.
What?
Oh, how do they make it look so easy?
Raga out in the middle of nowhere on the reset here. Lev just looks so well drilled, embracing this chaos. XLG just suffocating.
अच्छा हाई लिख रहा है क्या? हमको इसमें दिस क्यों दिखाई दे रहा है? हाई लिखने वाला.
Lead here for Lev and well deserved. XLG a few rounds here, they showed it, but again just look at the value from the utility. So many reveals, setting up so many free kills for them.
Yeah, being a real joy to
हाई लिखने वाला हमको दिस दिखाई दे रहा है. पता नहीं क्यों.
Young generation, hard to look away from.
यहाँ में सही है.
Have a
हाँ,
little
ये।
buffer, but it's not a lot to play
पर
with.
पता नहीं उसमें
But
this
it is
क्यों दिखाई दे
Lev's
रहा है?
map choice, so don't think it's over just yet. There is still plenty of room for them to work, but on the side switch, XLG have to lock this down so early. They have to hit the ground
पता नहीं
running here, Mike. So again, as soon
और
as you
इसको ऊपर
are
क्यों चढ़
ready,
गया?
I think Frankie might be standing by. Once we get the green light for that, we'll be going over to it, but I think Sato's letting them know as well. However, let's hand it over to Frankie to take pause for thought.
I found 8-Bit Things, and this is your first time in London, isn't it?
This is my first time.
How are you finding
अरे
it?
बिंग्स भाई,
It's awesome. The people are nice and beans on toast. I think that's insane.
You rate the beans on toast?
Yeah.
बिंग्स
Well,
भाई,
I
बिंग्स
can
भाई।
eat the beans on toast. It affects me in a way I'm not going to.
वैसे बिंग्स भाई तो कब से है? 3-4 दिन हो गए क्या?
Tell me though,
अभी याद आया
Valorant
क्या?
has taken you all around the world. How does London compare to previous events?
I feel London is a lot better because the people are nice, you know. And anywhere you go, you hear you hear a lot of stories, right? And every person is so expressive and loud. I mean, it's such a vibe.
You're describing me, I
Walk
think.
and hear like 10 stories.
इधर आप दिखाते हैं, ठीक है। विंग्स में अभी लाइव चल रहा होगा, देखो विंग्स अभी लाइव चल रहा होगा। कहाँ गया विंग्स?
Harvey live,
अबे,
boys.
शुभ बैठ। ये देखो चल रहा
Who
है।
you supporting now? 'Cause I imagine you were a
विंग्स
Pro
इसमें भी
Esports
लाइव
fan.
चल रहा है, विंग्स
Who is
इसका
the
पीछे
team
में भी
team
बोल रहा है
now?
भाई। दो
For this match,
दो
I think
कैमरा में
it's
बोल
left.
रहा है विंग्स, देख रहा है?
You like the Fast and Furious?
I like Sato. He's a vibe.
Yes, he's always a vibe. Very, very quickly, indeed. I need to ask you, Valorant Masters Mumbai, can we make this happen?
Hopefully next year, maybe.
Oh, fingers crossed. Let's go backstage and pitch it. Okay, let's head back to the stage.
Man, I love this. Sato's already getting the crowd right.
Really hard for
अबे,
some rounds,
अब
but
कहीं और ही
it's
चला गया।
coordination from Lev, outclassing them. Bees.
All right, XLG.
Said hi.
The mark has been
Yeah,
drawn
yeah.
at
Got it.
8-4, and Leo gonna find Neon. A good scalp to claim at a start of a pistol round. XLG having.
अभी देखो, अभी हम इसमें बोला है, इसमें अगर अभी देखो किंग ने तो नियॉन पहले मरेगा तो गया, सब बोला है तो गया ही। देखो नियॉन और किंग फर्स्ट नहीं मरना है, मर गया तो गया आगे।
Need to be careful here, Blows. Is there with the spike?
Oh, right.
He's spun out one at least, and now a
Doesn't
second.
care.
No, it's bravado at plenty, isn't it? The way they play, such confidence.
क्या चल रहा है भाई?
Happy way going to find two though. Tato spikes in with four. A third onto Blows as well. It's just King left here in the pistol. No man.
मैंने तो बोला ही था भाई, नियॉन या किंग फर्स्ट मरा तो गेम गया। ये सिंपल बात था।
They are so good at pistol rounds.
कारण
It
है।
is second to none near.
कारण हम
They've got
बताते
to be
हैं।
leading this tournament so
कारण हम
far.
बताते हैं, देखो।
Surely.
कारण इसलिए क्योंकि मैप बड़ा है, ठीक है। एक बंदा हमेशा लक करना ही पड़ेगा। हाँ, लेव ऐसे टीम है जो हमेशा नहीं तो फ्लैंग आने वाला है, नहीं तो फास्ट रोटेशन देने वाला है, तो एक को मिड काटना पड़ेगा। दूसरा है हमारा किंग, ओ लेव बोल रहा है, हाँ हाँ वही मतलब एक्सएलजी जो। अभी नेक्स्ट है हमारा किंग को पोस्ट प्लान खेलना पड़ेगा। सी या ए दोनों में वो पोस्ट प्लान खेल सकता है, भी खेल सकता है, पर वो सी ज़्यादा खेल सकता है, मतलब पोस्ट प्लान खेल सकता है। और अगेंस्ट में हमारा साइफर है जो कुछ नहीं कर सकता है, ट्रिप तो टूटना ही है। सिंपल कॉमन सेंस।
Well, this is not really your sight just yet, but luckily Leo's going to catch the push from Garage. Potato dives in, Sato with a second, and spikes in, making this look doable. But No Man is not on the site. He was elsewhere. He took the long old road. So Spikeson's got time, but he doesn't know that.
I'm out of here.
We've got a spike here. He's desperate to bait out a peek. No man
Yeah.
actually. Again with a
Someone
lot of
did it,
space here. Won't be expected now on this timing from CT.
That's really nice. Oh, the turn! No Man again! His impact is
भाई पर इम्पैक्ट क्या इम्पैक्ट?
He was looking here so long as
इको
well.
राउंड
It's just back
1v1
up,
पहुंचा
it
दिया।
has to be coming from long.
ये क्या इम्पैक्ट है?
Catches
इको राउंड में 1v1 पहुंचा दिया और उसमें
CT. But
क्या ही
again, a lot of
इम्पैक्ट?
these trades onto the side, Lev do so well. Spike scene back to back right clicks.
dangerous little smile there.
Looking calm and composed as
भाई
well.
बहुत क्लोज गया है ब्रो, बहुत क्लोज गया है।
Rifles now in hand. I mean, you look at XLG, what they're going to be bringing in here, have to protect the purchase going forwards. They're going to be able to obtain that springboard.
अच्छा थोड़ा सा एक चीज में लेफ्ट राइट हो गया गाइस एक सेकंड
Conversion. I mean, barring any miracles.
Okay, that's a show of force. Should be
हम जाना नहीं चाहिए था मैंने एक छोटा सा गलती की है
able to read into that pretty well.
चलो अभी ठीक
And now he's just got to hold the room. That's a player spotted again. They're
Oh,
pushing.
right.
And that's not the man he thought he saw. So now more eyes turn towards this, and they're just going to double down. No man's here going to find Neon. If anything, this should spur on this seaside take. King, can he survive? No! Happyway's got him dead. This bonus gets incredibly scary now.
The upgrades here, rifles in hand for Lysor and Raga. Spikescene can't go any further because of this trip. Now will be revealed, but let's get off the back of that.
Well, he's going to see at least one towards Ceylon. They've got so many issues coming their way. Sato trying to offset the tempo, but he's going to be challenged by two. Faith in spikes in to hold the back line, but Raga turns it in time.
कितना fast क्यों?
Ceylon, they've seen them all now. Blows in unison. You never find just a fair fight. And no man, the one who secured. Oh, can't do it again. Left suffer casualties, but they claim.
ये भी क्लोज गया भाई बोलने में तो ये भी क्लोज गया
From a seemingly impossible
रारगा
situation
थोड़ा
here.
सा फास्ट पिक दे दिया
Happyway
थोड़ा सा फास्ट हो गया
luckily in position to pinch on to all that pressure. There's a real shame. Again, beautiful open here from Neon onto Leo.
ये सोलो नहीं देना था साथ में देना
Here,
था
you think Lev maybe gonna fall short here in terms of disrespecting those upgrades.
और हमको नहीं
but
पता वो हेडशॉट लगा कैसे
the course correct.
It's just that like spicing blows combo for me right now that is hard to look past. So XLG, it's got to start now. No man gonna get caught with a little bit of chip on the way out of that early peak. Burst up through garage.
पीछे चला जा मेरे भाई
Space
अच्छा तो
taking
पीछे भी नहीं
here.
जाते हो रहा
Does he get any info on the back? He's not ready! What on earth is that, Sato? It was meant to be information at best.
But he dealt with the trip and just neither player ready. Bit of a blunder here from XLG.
सेव होगा
And this one's done, it's wraps.
सेविंग
You don't get back in here.
No. I don't know if they just completely misread it. We're out of.
यार सिंपल बात है ना गाइस गैराज से पुश हो रहा है तो सिटी वो मारेगा फ्लैश मार के अगर वो यहाँ नहीं जाके सी में अगर क्लियर करना होता तो सी से जाता ना वो गैराज इसलिए है क्योंकि उसको यहाँ पुश करना था कि उनको उसको पता ही है कि यहाँ से लेके जाएगा तो यहाँ पुश होता है लेकिन तो यहाँ से मारेगा तो यहाँ मिल जाएगा
Raga doesn't have his ult either.
फ्लैश तक नहीं मारा है क्या वो
Situation to be in now. Lev will find double digits here. Building up to some key ultimates as well. Obviously, Sato's investment opening.
6-10 हो gया
Free as well. It's not even.
Yeah.
Not even space. He gets two absolute sitters in spawn. Yeah, not sure what's been conned here.
Oh.
I mean, what? Maybe they hear the molly and they think, yeah, he's mollied off window to go all the way onto site, but yeah, bit of a head scratcher.
हेड स्क्रैच तो करना ही था भाई
A sign of some of the pressure that they're under.
सिंपल गेम हारा है
So what's the buy
That'll
game
work.
looking like?
I mean, they cycle one rifle across, but has Leo got anything?
I don't think so. Nothing. They're gonna do what they
Hi,
can.
hi,
with
hi, hi.
Very little. Lysor gonna be
Welcome
forced
to the
out of there
stream.
quite early on. And Lev looking
This is all in. Very
one-dimensional.
direct, yeah.
They're not really hedging their bets. It's all towards this A
क्या
side of the
करने का
map.
प्लान है
Where's the
ये
refight?
सोलो
Oh,
सोलो
it's
क्या चल रहा है
individual.
समझ में नहीं आ रहा भाई
XLG here.
सोलो सोलो क्यों
Just not expecting bodies behind that. I mean, it's obvious he's baiting off the drone here to get tagged.
Yeah, these mistakes are starting to make some real issues, and Lev are going to lap it up. This is going to be 11. No, man, you're going to be forced to save on this.
मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रही कि सोलो सोलो पिक क्यों हो रहा है बार बार किस लिए सोलो सोलो पिक क्यों
Has to hold on to this now. It's 5 standing for Lev. Talks about that financial lead they're able to establish very early on in the first half. And the bounce back looking near on perfect for them here as well.
These are just such confidence builders too, aren't they? You just feel like you can do anything you want. I mean, Raga...
Like you said, though, here it's that double swing. I'm okay with that being to check a second player, but it's so obvious that Spikes is baiting off that drone. You have to be together.
Yeah, it's...
There has to be something to set that in motion. It's what, a dry swing onto the tag? help not paying off.
No.
अरे भाई
Yeah, that's what you get.
Well, you can see
Karma.
off that as well.
Yeah, no man's happy. Keep this.
I hate
Yeah.
to say it, but
Made me smile at least.
Yeah,
But
I'm
for
happy seeing that
XLG,
one.
they've got bigger
Aye.
problems. This is a really necessary timeout because we've seen, again, that little push-up from Sato in the previous round was one thing. This just feels like frustration almost, or just a lack of
1v1 pick आ रहा है ना एक्सेल पिक दे ही नहीं रहा
This is
है
the intention from the get-go here is to challenge towards a
सिंपल
long
1v1 pick दे रहा है
first round that really Lev has been very, very well stacked behind that opener, but yeah, a little bit off there, and it's just taking into account the previous round where there's clearly a miscom or a total misread of the situation. So lots to consider now coming out of this timeout. Said ults to play with, Raga just missing one, the Blade Storm here, but I think it's really gonna offset this by
and I'm
an
just,
awful lot. I mean, Happyway's going to get a rifle. You look at what else here. They're going to be missing one once more, whether or not No Man's happy to just take a lesser weapon and make use of the Blade Storm. I mean, what, Leo came in with a classic in the
Yeah, he
previous,
did.
right? They
Yeah.
were happy to force up around the previous bad buy.
but I'm a little nervous seeing Blows and Spike scene with their ults as well. We've seen that they've been quite happy to be proactive in utilizing them and having small kind of set plays around them as well. So they do see an opportunity. I wouldn't be shocked for them to invest here to get up to that 12th round if they fancy it. Sato a little off cycle now, but that's fine. Neon only 2 away there. Getting into a very scary position here, Lev, and the way they've done it is quite impressive. So the attention this round is on XLG. Can you get on the same page? You cannot fall asleep now. I saw looking to play forward, and speaking of forward, XLG on the verge here, and here we go. Hunter's Fury this time coming out from Leo, and it does get a bit of information on this, but they didn't get that secondary punch.
I can't believe they didn't tag. To get away with that one here. We'll call back a little bit of aggression in mid. You're going to be able to heal up that damage from the Hunter's Fury as well. Got No Man just picking up the mantle towards C. Very passive line.
Oh, timing.
Do you want to prioritize? Oh, what a shot to find
अबे
Raga.
क्या दौड़ा
Define
दौड़
himself
दौड़ के
before
मारता है
falling, so
भाई
it is
ये
a
लोग मुझे
1-for-1.
समझ में नहीं यार ठीक है जो भी ट्रेड निकाला है बोल
Don't know how
सकता है
Blows got that, if I'm honest.
सातो और आरगा
Really
दोनों गया
don't.
भाई
But it is down to a 4v4, and this was just kind of a lookout.
आज लाइजोर का
from
गेम ही नहीं
XLG,
चल
trying to
रहा
get a bit of information through on Garage and push a bit
भाई
deeper on it, but
कहाँ रखा है ट्रैप को
obviously handled.
कहाँ रखा है भाई ट्रैप को सोच के देखो हैप्पी भाई कहाँ रखा है भाई मतलब भरोसा ही नहीं है कि बंदे लोग कहाँ कहाँ से आ सकते हैं कहाँ रख दिया ट्रैप को
He dealt with very quickly. Not going to have any
सब
freedom.
पीछे रखा हुआ है भाई
Paranoia to potentially trap.
20 seconds.
बैठ जाए बहुत बढ़िया
Slow it down.
अटैच स्टार्ट
Certainly does.
और एक
Shotgun's
दे
gonna do some decent work here, but the
Oh,
pop on the
Neon.
back of this Lysor, trying to hold the line.
Oh, Slicer, let's go, Lysor.
Still alive, 10
let's go Lysor ये वाला बात
He's been quiet until this point, but what
Correct.
a way to roar back to the stage now as King. Out of time. He's going to get a 1v1, but for
Time
No
नहीं है,
Man,
time नहीं
his options are clear. It's simply...
भाई लाइजोर निकाला है राउंड
Time for Lysor to what double his
लाइजोर
kills
निकाला
here.
है डबल कर दिया किल
Up to
को
7. I'm just overthinking this
ये
one
अच्छा
ever so
था
slightly.
भाई
Again, there's no clear
वाह शॉट
option,
शॉट
especially with the
Short.
info they have after that initial 1-for-1. But waiting a little too long, or maybe anticipating XLG.
देखा है रिएक्शन देखा है शॉक हो गया
As we can
शॉक
see with a very
भाई
passive hold on
कैसे
C, it's never going to happen. They're just looking
3 किल
to
में बैठा वाला
control
बंदा
towards
अचानक
mid.
3 किल कैसे मार दिया भाई
Stop any sort
3
of
प्लस 3
threat
6
developing.
तो मतलब लाइजोर हम ही है ऐसे समझ लो भाई
Onto the B
एक
side.
राउंड में 3 किल लेगा फिर 3 राउंड में 1 किल भी नहीं लेगा फिर एक राउंड में 3 किल लेगा फिर 3 किल भी नहीं लेगा
Spikes in.
वो हम ही है लाइजोर हम ही है भाई
To hold on to that one.
Yep. An early show of force towards A main.
They're just
Reaction
trying to
coming
bait
in.
them in. They want them to repeat some of these angles.
Spikes in at 23 to 12. I don't blame him.
Clear discussion had as well for that timeout. XLG
ऐसा नहीं लग रहा है क्या कि
do not want to entertain
क्या बोलते हैं ये एक्सएलजी का पास में कुछ भी मतलब साइड का कुछ भी होल्ड नहीं है ऐसा फील नहीं हो रहा है क्या लाइक कहाँ खेलना है
potentially the operator on a much deeper line. It's could be big. But no,
Short.
Great catch up to Spicy.
Beautiful. It just very controlled. Didn't have to go too far for that.
नहीं तू इतना क्लोज खेलेगा फ्लैश
We
आएगा
know they are willing to pressure this. We know Sato's success doing this.
भाई सातो कैसे इतना मिल रहा है भाई सातो को
Already waiting on
ऐसे
the
ऐसे
side.
पुश
Yes,
करके
Lifesource
कैसे मिल
here,
रहा है राउंड
but again, they've already started to thread the needle towards his C site. Does Hathaway stick on this? Does he stay?
Short.
Picked up on it, but Leo with a great shot. Gonna deny 30 seconds left. On any sort of backline
Smoke
pressure.
देना भाई.
Backline pressure. No man is on the way. Slow and steady. He'll get there. But the site has issues. And Hathaway surprised that maybe Sato. Sensational for the young man. And he wants more. Hungry for the fourth. And yeah, line him up. 5 potentially calling. Hold on, no man's here, but Sato
still got behind that.
All 5 for the young superstar. He's up out of the chair.
We all lasted an eternity here.
भाई
Just when you think no man can actually
सातो
get
क्या
back
खेल रहा है
beyond
ब्रो
the reset.
मतलब क्लियर एम में खेल के जीत रहे हैं
Just at the last second.
भाई क्लियर एम में खेल के जीत रहा है भाई ऐसा कोई नहीं है कि यूटिल में खेल रहा है नोमैन को ये कर रहा है भाई नोमैन को ये कर रहा है
And this is an advantage situation for XLG. Again, a Guardian here that just can't hold down.
भाई डिजर्विंग है भाई डिजर्विंग है
Coming out of the smoke towards CT. Raga caught off guard once more. Ults to play with here, but the buy is just awful for XLG.
It's shambolic, isn't it? Oh.
Look at the focus towards mid and B now. Really hedging their bets.
Spikeson doesn't need much encouragement, really doesn't. And all the attention gets drawn towards Garage, right? Kind of conditioned by what Sato's been doing. They have to react to it now.
Joke's over.
The ult should be quickly quelled.
फ्लैश ही
and it
नहीं
is
मार
Spikeson
रहा है
removes
भाई
any further.
यार यूटिल घर लेके जाएगा क्या
Tell them anything either.
Spikeson's in mid. Had again followed up with the info on Garage.
He's able to command so
भाई
much
रागा क्या
respect.
यूटिल घर लेके जाने का प्लान में है
Look
ब्रो
at everybody else on the minimap. It's just him posturing up.
एक फ्लैश मारता ना शायद स्पाइकजन निकल जाता है स्पाइकिजन भाई जज वर्सेस ऑप अरे देख लिया भाई देख लिया गन देख लिया रे बाबा वो टाइमिंग अरे भाई फिर भी बच गया
They're walking on water, Mike. It's all looking so good. 3 still alive, and you already noted the buy was far from ideal. With 13 seconds, they made the right guess to go towards A.
I guess everybody's still just expecting somebody behind Spikes. He's just running away with this now. Can he get another? Lysol will fall.
भाई क्या ही देख रहे हैं भाई समझ में नहीं आ रहा हम तो कैसे दौड़ मार के मार रहे हैं भाई
It's just Raga. A 1v5 required here to extend play on Haven.
अल्टी आ गया
Raga, nowhere to run. Len looking stylish today. Their map choice, their map win.
क्या ही खेला है भाई मजा आ गया
Beautiful morning. Beautiful morning.
हेलो होने वाला है क्या
Tired of off-season blues once Champs is over? Fear not, because Valorant is coming to the Esports Nations Cup, where players split from their clubs and compete for national pride. Will EMEA turn every round into a chess match? Is Brazil about to turn every map into ranked? with Team USA ego peak every single angle. The final event of the year is not to be missed. Esports Nations Cup 2026. See you in November.
Here we go again.
I gotta be me.
He's hunting down that title!
The time to write the next chapter in the esports history books is finally here.
And they fold it in his hands yet again! Steps up to the plate, and he can knock this one out of the park! Now they shall be engraved alongside the greats!
Here with Blows of Lev. Blows, what is your read on XLG? How can you beat them today?
Eu acho que a nossa leitura para jogar contra um time assim da China, eu acho que é sempre o mesmo, não muda muito a região que a gente vai jogar contra, sempre a preparação é a mesma para o time, a gente sempre prepara igual para o próximo adversário.
I would say that our reading is pretty much the same as we would do with any other team. We don't have like any special preparations for that. So we just like do our best to do the preparation that usually we do against any team, and that was the case today.
All right, playing your own game again. You're a coach owner of Lev. Owner, what was the key to forcing XLG into uncomfortable positions? Because you guys didn't really give them that many options or that much space to play around with.
I think that Haven is a solid map, you know. I think that we have a bigger map pool than many people think. We are not only a team that want to play like a split or ascent. We have like a really good map pool, really balanced. And we are showing our cards on the tournament. I'm happy that the boys playing very well. We just execute our game plan perfectly.
Do you see this as a guaranteed win for you?
No, there is not such a thing as a guarantee win. Now we have to play a very strong map of the opponent. So let's see.
All right, thank you and good luck.
Thank you so much for that, Jen. Yes, Leviathan managed to pick up the win on Haven in dominating fashion. And even though we saw a good start for XLG, picking up those 2 pistols, maybe that could have been something to get going with. No, instead, it was Spike and the boys in Leviathan that absolutely ran it down. And Billy, it is incredible to see Leviathan just sticking to the game plan. And Coach Owner saying, we got plenty more to show. We have balance.
Yeah, I love to hear that. And I love to hear the confidence coming in from them as well. As you mentioned, Spike's in having an absolutely incredible map here, but also Blows in the way in which Blows was being able to set the rest of his team up. I don't know how many times XLG just weren't shooting out those recon darts and getting caught off the back of those trap plays.
Yeah, taking a look at the timeline here, I want to pay attention to what rounds XLG are winning. They only got 7 on this map. 4 of those are coming from the pistol and from the anti-eco after that. If you look at their playoffs run as a whole, all 3 matches that they've played, and you're comparing the pistol, anti-eco after you win it, and the bonus round to the rest of their rounds, 37% of their round wins are from the first 3. These guys are pistol merchants. It's what's gotten them this far.
Hey.
And I think when they regress to the mean, which will eventually happen,
Yeah. Hey, you noted that earlier in the pre-show. You were talking about the pistols and how, yes, it was a good thing that they were picking them up, but it also was part of the problem because they weren't able to get value in the other areas as well. But here's the thing, though, folks. One thing that stuck to all of us was the aggression, the way that Leviathan were playing, the plays that they were creating, the little moments. This one in particular was super sick, Billy. It was just a cool setup to just get Happyway off of this position so that they could put Spike right where they needed him to be.
For sure. You actually see Shock Dart backed up with this as well to get rid of the Cypher chip just in case there wasn't a player holding it. But it was these kind of rounds in the early game that helped Lev build up that momentum. You see the round just then where they push out A. Then you see the next round where they do some form of trap play in mid. And then the round after this, they decide to push the next extremity that's left on this map. It is, of course, C. I think for me, it was just really impressive how they were able to constantly catch XLG off guard. And it's not like these things were really ever being exploited by XLG either. It always felt like they were caught by surprise.
I think the issue for me is that XLG often on their attack sides across maps like playing with a very strong, clumped strong side, normally playing like 4-1s or 3-1-1s. So it's kind of difficult for them when they see aggression to actually be able to quickly react onto the other side if the pack is there. And Lev, by going for these aggressive picks, by constantly giving them issues with these set plays, meant that XLG was permanently on the back foot in that first half, and Lev just got to snowball it despite losing both pistols.
Haven's the type of map that allows you so many options to get really creative. You have a lot of lanes to work with, but guess what? So do you have the same thing in Lotus. So the good news is, though, this is a good map statistically, historically for XLG. The bad news is, I think, well, not in this event, yes, and I was going to get to that point. But now as we go into this here, you got a Leviathan that's playing with the utmost confidence. And on top of that, you have an XLG knowing that that Leviathan is feeling the This Lotus game is obviously make or break here, and XLG, you have to be feeling it.
I think for me, I actually find a lot of confidence in Lev choosing to start on the attack here, going up against this triple Sentinel composition. I think that shows that they just completely disrespect what XLG are trying to put down in front of them. We also highlighted how XLG, at times, were liking to fight in front of that Sentinel utility in their previous game. This time round, I want to see them playing a bit more passive and being aware of Leviathan's explosiveness.
I think that's the answer over towards C. But when I'm looking at their game yesterday against EDG and the previous one against G2, the big issue was when they were playing passive A holds. They had no way to hold against that. The read that they changed into against EDG was put Raga there, put him with an operator, but he got ran down by Edward Gaming. Lev should look to do the same in this half. Weaknesses have been shown, time to exploit them.
Every single time, though, you count out XLG, they find a way to bounce back. Is that going to be the case here, or will Leviathan shut it down? Let's send it back over to your casters, Pansy and Hypoc.
अच्छा आज अलग लोग
Well, they've got to find a way right about now. Lev have already established they are an aggressive team. They know what they want, and they're here to win. But Mike, looking at Lotus, do you see a world here for XLG where a reality can actually turn this around for them?
I really do, yeah. I mean, XLG, for me, they've just fumbled way too many times on Lotus. You expect coming back in here for it to be much comfier pick versus Lev. We're sitting at 0-4 this year, but they've got to tighten up some of these defensive rounds. Again, this composition sits in a really weird spot where it really shines on the attack, but the defensive angle.
Very big amount of damage done towards Happyway. And this is with Keepage. Now you can see the caution that Lev are displaying because there could have been people behind that. There could have been more to this. But with that initial headshot handed out, it's done incredibly
5 आगे पीछे क्यों जा रहा है
well. And it should be noted pretty soon. The smoke will keep some vision removed. And they actually are walking this Happyway. Reads it very, very diligently. Out for plant.
Let's get pretty aggressive here towards the spawn. Happyway still hasn't made progress back in towards the side just yet. Conscious of a lurk, it is there. Hasn't shown his head just yet.
No, it feels like a really long way off. So they've got to hope that these 4 players on the C site can hold back the flood that XLG want to start with. Neon going to be noted. Paranoia up, trying to back away if he can. They want to hunt him down. You can see all that util just to force him back, but it's Happyway with a great delivery. Neon can at least trade that out, but still, that flank is en route. Stop it, Neon. You're not meant to get that. Started and denied. Lev looking to turn the tides here. From the very word go, the pistol round this time, not XLG's.
And all this utility nets them next to nothing. I mean, Happyway finds the kill, but they're still not back onto site just yet. Again, the wall comes up and there's just enough pressure over the top of it.
One enemy.
Maybe a little bit of a different investment here. Maybe could have cut sight lines long enough to at least get a half, refight back off that. Great decision, though, from Lev to go hyper-aggressive and allow this lurk to really, really build up pressure.
Oh, that HL. Send them scarpering away. Heavy, heavy stack hit.
No man, Leo ate that.
Yeah, no man getting the heal. Leo not going to have that one available. And that's going to be first player really spotted here. Oh, God. Keep your head down. Oh, I saw getting traced in bullets, basically. And they're trying to refight on this to maybe alleviate some of the stress of it, but Spike's in, putting on a show. It's all too simple so far. As King, yes, will be noted in his position now, maybe information for further on, but the round certainly looking highly likely for Lev. It's King just going to find Happyway. So, for standing, I'm concerned.
Yeah, you got to be concerned, even with pistol round win rate XLG have. Don't necessarily set them up for many advantages on the half-time, and also those fumbles.
One enemy.
Praying to God, Lev can't drag this any further. A bonus conversion. Feel awful here for XLG. Only 2 kills to note in the opening couple of rounds here, so no early ult progress.
Spike is in कुछ भी नहीं मार रहा है.
Hold in terms of util, but Lev might just pop straight into B here.
Yeah,
looking
lovely.
very basic.
अरे बच गया.
But, I mean, you can see it can be disrespected pretty comfortably. Sato already on site and looking to extend further. Spikescene is landing these shots like they're easy for him. Oh man, this guy's built a little different. Stop it, they're bullying him. This is a buy round. This is the best chance. The Lightsource got himself a 1v2. Can he stick the landing? He's being herded though. Neon from the back lines. Oh man, this feels like momentum is there.
Running rings around XLG right now. Even to the point where XLG try and fight back into the lion's share of this stack. It's always a secondary threat.
Last one down.
Cleaned up here by Neon. Oh, wouldn't surprise me to see a very early timeout, maybe ahead of round 4, but this could spiral out of control so quickly for XLG.
Spikeson's on 7-1. Tearing it up here. And you can almost feel the confidence in how they're approaching these rounds. Just going to see if he can bait anyone into an early fight. Not to be had, and much deeper utility setup now.
There's only really a Bucky alongside a couple of Sheriffs here. Happyway would have to go huge to stop this onslaught that lies in wait. Here. Actually waiting to pop the cam here so they can capitalize on that.
भाई क्या read है भाई?
No, surprised not to see them waiting the smoke out, but
oh, there's the catch, but
no
couldn't
punish.
capitalize on it. Yeah, just forced away. Good
Read है पर
usage from Lev. As you can see, the stack from
utility इतना
XLG
ज़्यादा
was
है.
almost tailor-made to try and deny this, but not able to get to the angles they would have wanted to maybe punish some of this space taken. But Neon waiting for anyone to try and walk up on it. All players now in attendance. It's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be messy. As already Happyway the one to get the first ball rolling, and Raga on the follow-up. Down a 3 here. Lev walked into the trap, and now they're getting isolated from each other as well. The refight comes in here. Neon trying to alleviate some of the pressure put towards King, but he's not feeling it either. They're making it look like a walk in the park today. There's no man left on 20 HP, and he is dead.
so well handled by Lev. Again, when this wall goes up, there's a real chance for XLG to isolate some players here, but it's just a weapon diff. Super sharp from King as well. They're desperately trying to play this Bucky in, but it nets them nothing once more. 4 in a row here for Lev.
And you can only imagine the confidence
चलो बाय रॉड.
already sign him out. This is the buyback in for XLG.
अगर
And it
इसमें
feels necessary now.
But the issue
नहीं होता
being
है.
got Sato one away from a showstopper. There's some crucial ultimates here to again capitalize and shut XLG down.
Yeah, we will be having a listen in this round as the early attempt is made. Let's have a little listen in now.
अगर इसमें नहीं आने से टाइम आउट आएगा.
Tô segurando o bagulho no fogo, né?
E para aí, guys. Para aí.
CT. É voltar nesse cara, CT.
Olha, conta você.
Vai tirar, cachoeira. Posso bangar o cachoeira. Banguei.
भाई ये लोग ज़्यादा कुछ फास्ट नहीं खेल रहे.
Quebra. Abriu cachoeira. Abre pra cachoeira.
Não, não precisa. Sem cachoeira. Vamos, vamos caçar. Começa a caçar o pack, vamos.
ज़्यादा फास्ट नहीं खेल रहे भाई.
Tem mangas aí, Logan?
Não.
हो गया सेव. सेव हो गया भाई, सेव हो गया.
Where's the stopping power? Where's the resistance? Mike, they just walked on in.
Yeah, they have. Again, switch up here from Lev. The buy back in from XLG. They don't want to give them any sort of comfort. Set up here. I mean, Happyway and Raga desperate to hold on to these weapons. Operator netting them nothing, and again, been a big conversation point. Number of times they're in this situation. Raga does find that a little late to it, but good for a second as well.
They're still going to be hunting. They can afford it, and they're going to get it. Operator gone. That could have been a lovely piece to keep into hand. There's got to be a timeout coming in for XLG at some point. I mean,
yeah, even a couple of rounds ago, you're almost feeling like it's leaning
क्या
that
ही
way.
चल रहा है bro.
We'll see it here ahead
क्या
of
ही
round
चल रहा
6. Then ultimates started to come online for XLG, but not many kills to note here. The opening stretch around there just being run over.
And it feels like such a long way off, right? Because you have to stop this confidence that's mounting. But it's not just kind of this unbridled aggression. It's well crafted. You can see the utility they're using to kind of set these side takes into
I'm
motion.
sure so many examples in map 1 as well. That coordination on display once more, but Again, a little bit different in terms of the requirement, but they are just winning out the crucial gunfights. Like I said, the anchors previously on this map for XLG, not really holding up in certain situations. I mean, you think back the last few series for XLG, it's what? Happyway, 1 in 5 rounds, he's getting 2 or 3 kills, just brute force.
अच्छा अभी हम थोड़ा ऑडियो चेक कर रहे हैं, शायद डिले हो रहा है कि हम बोलने में और लाइव में डिले हो रहा है क्या, वही चेक कर रहा है.
I don't know what you're meant to do though. The problem is you're sitting at 0 to 5. Your finances are not looking good here either, right? You've got sheriffs and bits and pieces to come in with.
और एक बार चेक कर रहा है, 1 second मेरा वीडियो और ऑडियो.
Like this. Sure, you can play aggro for a trade, but again, the res was a big talking point previously as well. Even though that map 1 in terms of when to kind of play safe, and that be the win condition of some of these rounds. Raga was falling so often. Again, not to take away, spam through smokes a number of times by Smoggy.
Okay, last checking मेरा ऑडियो और वीडियो, ठीक है? Last checking.
Positives right now for XLG. It's got to be brutal. Consider their approach here.
पता नहीं कैसे.
Right place, but again, Raga falls so early. No potential for a trade, and Lev just bulldozing this man. They're hunting them down. It is just that death ball, and it is perfect. 5 standing, a flawless round here for Lev. 6-0. The
मतलब ये लोग को समझ में आ गया क्या करना है, बल्कि स्लो नहीं खेलना है, फास्ट खेलना है. फास्ट वेस खेलेंगे तो जीत जाएगा.
Even here, I mean, yeah, lesser purchase, but spacing is just dreadful to go forward and try and isolate out there. They can't isolate someone, but Raga's on the angle so early.
ये ऐसे क्यों नहीं खेल रहे जैसे रैंक गेम चल रहा है भाई. रैंक गेम जैसे नहीं खेल रहे लोग. क्यों ऐसा फील आ रहा है कि रैंक गेम चल रहा है.
This is the brutality of a Masters. You have teams like this that once they get that wind in their sail, it's hard to deny. But for XLG, can they stop the rot? Can they stop the bleed at this point?
Again, another situation, Happyway on an island. Semi-committed here unless he goes up the rope. Yeah, just dipping out now. XLG wants to really address the backline here, but King going to isolate both kills here. Freebies found outside B.
You can't be giving them those sort of fights. Be on the same page.
That's right decision as well. Pressure towards the backline, find a lurk early on, get an advantage, but your lurker finds 2 here.
And Happyway's just been battered down 10 HP. And Lev aren't going to respect you now. You've got to try and do something to stop this. And individual fights will not do it. The right idea and the wrong execution. And Belisaur. Oh, no! I know we're in London, but damn! Doing this in an elimination match. You can see it, you can feel it. XLG down in the doldrums now. And Lev sky high in approach. They want no man dead, and they're going to get their wishes. 7-0, barely breaking a sweat.
Elements of frustration again. Lifesaw just randomly hitting his TP here in the mix of this. And again, the sort of thing that could just be a death sentence in terms of the morale for a team. And more wind in the sails.
Yeah, the knife crime statistics going up here in London. Sadly for XLG, it compounds the problem, doesn't it? As you said, the feeling of that happening is going to weigh heavy now. Full purchase, money, not an issue for Lev. Everything looking perfect. And XLG needs someone or something to go right.
Well, it's in the right place, but yeah, you know what happened previously with that anti-eco. They stacked 4 towards C. Now to anything, and again, Raga on the other side of the map. So no intention really of playing around the res in this situation either. I mean, no chance to with the body stacked up like this for Lev.
Right, it's that trade timing. There's just no opportunity to get one and reset a little bit. They fight together. They are on the same page, trying to slow and steady the ship somewhat, but they're already...
क्या ही बोलूं अभी भाई, नहीं सक रहा है, XLG का तो हो ही नहीं रहा है.
Fortunately, they might be looking elsewhere. Do they carry on?
SLG का तो बिल्कुल नहीं हो रहा है हैं?
Just now, a couple of players headed towards B, but they're both shut down immediately. Sato on the other side will find Raga. It just goes from bad to worse for XLG. TP into the back lines. I mean, King already looking at this.
Yeah, he's in the right place. Guess you could argue it's at least a 1v1. And he does fall, so a 2v3. Spike's in on guard duty in this smoke. Waiting.
Here.
To the right side look here, has a glance and takes a life. Lysor, position will be noted from earlier. And all three waiting. With arms wide open, Lev look untouchable in this game.
30 seconds left.
So just getting walked all over here. XLG at least get bodies to the right side of the map quick enough to try and bail out Raga, but Lev even read into that well. They're maybe expecting one person towards B. Rotations just so late, all the way through spawn. Don't even get a chance to shoot their guns. I mean, they're removed so quickly. Everything but the TP here for Lysor. Saw that invested previously. Operator back in hand for Raga. It's been inconsistent at best. And look at Neon. Look at the confidence. He's found Happy Way already.
They're faster than their own rotates. He's straight through towards that CT side. What are you meant to do now, XLG? Get your head in the game somehow. Raga, you're meant to be a master at this. You got three. There's the first. Give me a second. Give me something to believe in here. Force himself into a corner. They just pivot.
ഞാൻ ചോദിച്ചെന്നുള്ളൂ വിളമ്പുകാരുടെ ആവശ്യമില്ല നമ്മളുണ്ട് നമ്മളെല്ലാവരും ഉണ്ടല്ലോ പിന്നെ അതുകൂടെ കൂട്ടിയാണോന്ന് അറിയാനായിട്ട് ഞാൻ അത് കൺഫേം ചെയ്തുതരാം 101 ആൾക്ക് ശേത്തണ്ണങ്ങ് പറഞ്ഞു ഞാനിവിടെ സംസാരിച്ചില്ല ഫോളോ ആക്കുന്നില്ല.
There's no concern. Oh, Raga. No! This was the best chance yet.
A wide open plant here as well. Man looking to catch somebody. I mean, just look at what's happening. Spike seen 2 freebies to find. Lysor now a 1v3.
They are capitulating under the pressure. And it is compounding. Lev just taking the liberties, Spike. The whole map's theirs.
I mean, this kind of reeks of similarities of, like I said, XLG almost hitting that round where, I don't want to say it looked like they gave up, but they just ran out of steam.
Yeah.
They just weren't landing shots. They weren't together. So many issues rearing their heads, and I'm not sure. I'm lost for answers, really. XLG have to try and fight forward somewhere. I mean, Neon sitting at 12-1. You see the way he's played this round.
Time out, but hey, come on,
to do whatever the hell they want.
And that's the hard part, isn't it, right? Because, again, composition-wise, they don't have someone who could be, you know, how Neon's playing potentially, or even Sato. They don't have someone who can spark it. So when your concept
your set pieces with this composition just
you
don't catch 2 or 3 players in the open rank. You just bulldoze their way back into that. What do? Stack 4 people behind a set piece like that? Raga's obviously shown he's struggled to solo anchor. Happy Way, similar story for him.
ये चीज बता दे इतना खुश क्यों है ब्रो?
Very
इतना खुश कैसे है तू? इधर 0-9 में चल रहा है, वो भी नॉकआउट मैच में. इसका बाद तो ऑप्शन भी नहीं है. शायद यहाँ तक भी पहुँचेगा, भरोसा नहीं था होगा. तो यहाँ तक पहुँच गया तो बहुत बड़ा बात ही हो गया ना. इसलिए
शायद. Leo sitting at 0-9 as well.
Yeah.
Tough to see in a lower bracket. Unfortunately, here, I mean, not many other ways to cut this. Look at the timeline.
Yeah, they now need to see if they can recover some dignity in this, really, or even a chance for the second half. XLG, do you have any fire left in you? Raga trying. Gonna find Neon, but already there's no fear on the side of Lev. It feels like they never had fear.
Right,
they don't know what it even means at this point. Spike's in hunting them down. Leo gonna get on the board here, but Sato still controlling every aspect of this. Is this going to be a secondary ace from Sato in one series?
They are going to give it to him. 100%. Not going forward just yet. Still a little bit of respect shown.
But कितना ace मारेगा?
Operator. A 1v3. You ready for a miracle?
I'm all aboard. Well, there it is. The call to action blows. Gonna get the kill. But we've seen it before. Lev now just untouchable. There hasn't been a change in pace. There hasn't been much to really hold on to here for XLG. This has probably been the closest round yet, and it nearly ended in an ace from Sato.
Yeah, I know, yeah. But again, this is the thing. It's just so hard to stack up. It's so hard to stack up and really guarantee value off a trap play like this because Lev will just feed into it.
Yeah.
The way they're playing right now, they're not going to see a paranoia and go, guys, run away, don't die.
Freeze.
क्या ही चल रहा है?
They are fully in control now.
ना happy
Can
way का
anything
aim चल
stop?
रहा
Oh,
है.
of course
क्या?
Happy way.
माँ
is
का
at least
अगर
gonna try and
अगर
stand
इसमें
his ground on
poison
that.
मार
Tempo
देता.
spikes in. Level the site with 4 though. As said, even if you find 1, there's still a whole lot of bodies behind it. Checked on and put to bed. Lev avenging their fallen teammate in merely a moment. You still need to plant the spike,
Okay.
boys.
Okay.
Getting a little ahead of themselves here, but Neon
That's Neva.
again brimming with confidence. Again dealt with. Maybe this is the one. Maybe it needed Leo to come online. Sato, bit of a man at the moment, sure. But stop it!
Surely not.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Raga and Noman, please. Thank you,
हे भगवान
XLG.
हे भगवान साटो अच्छा ट्राई रे नहीं ये डिफरेंस है ना फ्यूनिक्स और इसमें इसका ये डिफरेंस है भाई वो अच्छा खेलता है इसमें
2 left standing.
ये अगर हक देता ना
And even again, still, there's just a huge opportunity. If Neon's hitting shots like he has been, this one gets shut down. Operator still in hand for Raga.
भाई
Will just switch things up once more. Again, he's going to be the solo anchor.
अगर
Again, this
इसको
wall hasn't really brought
कमबैक
enough time.
किया भाई मजा आ
Any sort
जाएगा
of
यार कमबैक किया तो
security here in playing solo
मुझे नहीं
towards
लगता है
A.
बट कमबैक किया तो मजा आएगा यार
I mean, it's almost like the first 10 seconds you want to see the rotation coming. Thank God, yeah, Lysol's moving this time.
They're not pulling fakes. They're not even being that slippery. It is all direct. It's powerful in its punch. Raga trying to stand his ground. But they're already so close by. As said, that wall is shredded in a second. And Neon's already waiting. It's not the prettiest pickup, but it's fine. It's got the job there. Leo trying to maybe help out Raga, but this opens up maybe the option for a pivot if they fancy it.
King
क्या ही
unable
चल
to
रहा है
make
ब्रो
moves outside
लियो
B
कहाँ
just
गया
yet.
था
So Lev will call
लियो
a
घूमने
freeze.
निकला है पार्क पे
Probably the slowest approach we've seen, but probably at a similar situation to Map 1, egging XLG into re-clearing some of this space. But they are tucked for the time being.
Yeah, and it's hard, isn't it, right? You're just kind of then posted towards backside. You're playing on these deeper lines. You don't know where they're going. Lev White, patient in approach. Anyone who dares go further, Raga the one to set it up. Okay, 4v4, 30 seconds. It's going towards B. King outweighted the utility coming in from No Man.
No man here. Tap on the spike, and that should egg Sato on to finding a pick here.
They're going back towards A. Mysore caught on the way up, but actually takes out Sato. They've got to may really make this one stick right about now. Raga, you've got to play this just about right as well.
10 seconds left.
Towards B, back and forth they go, looking for a bailout, and it's Lysol to go down. Backline's being eviscerated, and Lev out of nowhere just flip the script again. Raga in a 1v3. Rez is there. Pops it, and it's punished. Bros, though, going to send out the Seekers by a second. Get himself the adjustment, and shuts it out. This has been a one-sided half.
Simply
क्या चल रहा है
outclassed
ब्रो
here. XLG
क्या चल
barely
रहा है
a response in any of
दिमाग का
these
ऊपर का भी
rounds.
ऊपर से जा रहा है मेरा
To pin their hopes
क्या ही
through,
चल रहा
Lauren.
है
Lev
एक ये
teed
फर्स्ट
up
में जो
here
है ये दो
to completely sweep this
ये
series.
वाइट
That might be all she wrote. We'll find out after this.
I think that's it.
मुझे नहीं लगता ब्रो कुछ होने वाला है 1-11 2-11 2-13 नहीं 3-11 3-13 नहीं 3-12 4-12 5-13 हो जाएगा भाई 5-13 तक खत्म होगा 5 राउंड में खत्म होगा मेरा ख्याल से 5 राउंड तक जाएगा होगा
When there's fire in my heart, it just sinks like lead. I'm losing all my thoughts to you. I'm losing all my thoughts to you.
Well, if there's any day to hope that XLG's pistols come online, it's going to be right about now, but we're asking a lot. 11-1.
I mean, the scoreline not
अगर
too far away
comeback
from
हुआ
XLG's pistol record, to be honest.
तो मान
Coming
जाएगा
into
भाई
this series.
अगर कमबैक
But
हुआ
yeah,
तो
I mean,
मुझे नहीं
there's
लगता
just
होगा
so
पर हुआ तो
few
मान
positives
जाएगा
to
भाई
even pin hopes to here. I mean, Raga, sure, getting a couple of kills in garbage time in some of these rounds, but that's about it. We just haven't seen any of the win conditions, the heavy hitters that you do see in XLG's good performances really landing here. I mean, Leo, what, it took 8-9 rounds for him to even get a kill. No man sitting at 2-11. Happy Way, another one that comes up huge, sitting at 3-12. They said it's being simply outclassed. Lev are running rings around XLG on their map pick.
हम बोलते हैं 5 मेरा हिसाब से 5-13 गेम
I
खत्म
don't think really there's just
5-13
not enough rounds to slow things down and get control of the tempo here.
अगर कमबैक हुआ तो
to
हम
make this
XLG को मान
opposition
लेगा
work.
ब्रो अच्छा
That's a
कहाँ स्मोक है
pretty
ये
bleak figure for XLG, but the proof's in the pudding. And it would be round by round if they want even a touch of hope here. And it starts with a pistol. Chosen the right site to approach. They've got a plant. 5v5 now in the post.
तो उस साइड में वाल है इस साइड में ये है वाह नाइस
Removed fairly early. So
और
the
इसको थोड़ा लेट करने से भी
shouldn't be a
प्रॉब्लम नहीं
factor
था
here in
वैसे
terms of Lev's approach. Secondary thing being Raga's wall.
Yeah, this smoke kind of allowing a little bit more play for Neon to work closer with Sato and puts Raga right in the firing line. They couldn't do anything about it. The smoke
Gotta get
really
outside.
comes to support. And this is now
अच्छा
becoming an issue.
हम सोचे लेक्चर कहाँ जा रहा है
Digging deeper, trying to find something. Neon spikes in. They don't care. They want him dead. They want him buried. And they want to stay alive.
तब तो 113 इको जीतेगा सोचा था इको जीतने से 5 जाना था पर 113
And leave things
13-1
up to chance. Lev
नहीं डिजर्विंग है ब्रो बहुत अच्छा खेला डिजर्विंग है
Elimination diff once more. Again, relying on, I mean, a level 1 scoreline, people aren't hitting to sit back and hope that a couple of players win out their engagements. That's not been happening. That could be the nail in the coffin here. Certainly feels like it. Lev already on 12.
नो मैन क्या जरूरत था ब्रो तुम्हें लेके आने के लिए
It's everything that XLG can gather, invested into this, to what could be facing the music in this round. The Lev fans singing, chanting them forward here. XLG gonna get a couple of boots on the site. That's about it so far. Already, you can see the rotations. Lev are not far away.
To at least get onto site here. No punish on the plant. That util will be littered now. Again, Lev's protocols. Good sound in the pistol there. How to address this? Immediate pressure onto the back lines.
Yeah, here it comes. Starting to wind up the pressure here. Neon just held the back and Raga! Big shots from him. A heartbeat heard. But 3 still alive for Lev. And away we go in towards the site. King gonna clear the first and blows at Neon. Back-to-back damage. Raga and No Man have to hold on, and Raga finding form when necessary. And I think Blows knows that this one is out of reach. XLG gonna extend play for another round.
Bailout here from Raga. The question being sustainable. Very much
फिर रार का निकाला है भाई
Too great catches, though. Beautiful shots with the Sheriff.
One enemy remaining.
That'd be enough. It's a long road back in here.
One
Neon, well, yeah, I was going to say past Neon, the Bulldog here. Only a shield alongside that.
They can't afford to make this even close. XLG need this one.
Well, I mean, they just need a huge cushion as well.
Yeah.
Haven't even really stabilized off that. You look at only Lysor. Find a full rifle. Held at the front door for the time being. Spike seen. We've seen what he can do with a classic. In some of these thrifty rounds.
ओमेन फ्लैश खेल ही रहा है तो फिर ये क्या करने जा रहे हैं? कहाँ वाल डाला है?
Reading this is a C hit, but
Huh?
find themselves comfort here initially onto B.
No man वाल कहाँ डाला है?
Gonna have to pause on the plant. One away from Rez, so heads up work from them. And again, it's kind of Neon is the X factor. Yes, there are a couple with those classics, but it's can they break the lines now?
I mean,
अबे नोमन कहाँ वाल डाला है? मुझे बस इतना सी बता दे भाई. नोमन किधर वाल डाला है?
That would do enough as well. Anything to shake the purchase, to keep the finances limited.
Also on the other side, Lev just don't want to give early ult access.
Very true. Goes. Sees to follow. Leo gonna take a look, see if he can maybe make some progress for himself. There we go. Oh, very nice. So just to get him into the game a touch here. There we are. So Leo gonna find a good couple. King and Neon gonna opt to give it up to the Spike. 4 maintain. 3 rounds for XLG.
So Leo, yeah, getting 2 away from ult here.
So by round.
Something for XLG to rely
By
on.
round. क्या लगता है कमबैक होगा क्या? हमको तो नहीं लगता है भाई. कमबैक होने का बहुत chances. 99% कमबैक नहीं होगा. 99%, 99.99%. और देखते हैं बाकी 0.01% क्या होता है. देखते हैं चलो. हमको तो लगता तो नहीं है कमबैक होने का कोई भी चांसेस नहीं दिख रहा है. 1% भी हमको नहीं दिख रहा.
Another couple of rounds in terms of comfort. That you kind of use that word here on Lotus so far. Early control here towards Rubble. We'll clear out space here and gather the information. They're already rotating in anticipation of the C site hit.
Yeah, they're here pretty early. XLG about to walk on in. Does anyone go down on the way through? XLG, got to be careful. And he's been caught. Spikes with 1 good trade from Leo. Sight now under scrutiny, under pressure. Blows trying to catch him.
अरे फिर जाने ट्राई कर रहे हैं ब्रो. क्या ये बोलूँ हम?
It's down to 3, down to 2. Make it just one man standing.
हम बोले ना कमबैक नहीं होगा.
And Dreams riding on one man's shoulders now.
Guardian to hand. Has to rethink his approach.
इतना टाइम था जब इतना रोटेशन पता चल गया. क्यों रोटेट नहीं किए? फिर क्यों अंदर जाने के लिए ट्राई किया?
It's looking bleak here for Noman. Sato
ये पहले कर लेना था.
possibilities rotated very quickly. The coverage is good from Lev. Noman has to pick up the pace.
He would need to equal his entire
Hold on,
kills in just this round. And I think we can see it. The positioning from Sato, potentially the checkmate to this. But Noman's still going to give it everything he's got. Time to show us if there's anything left in the tank. Can you find a miracle today? Lev closing in now. The 3 players shoulder to shoulder, of course. No surprises. And that is a barrage of bullets his way. Trying to deal with every piece of utility. Oh! Sato, the one to secure it.
Well played.
Lev fearlessly chasing the chance to make history for
well played guys.
Today.
क्या ही खेला?
Absolute domination here from Lev. XLG, unfortunately, still just struggling for things to click. Again, really impressed with some of their earlier series, but certainly you think back, the EDG and here, just I attributed it to just running out of steam and the confidence lacking, which is always a discussion with Rago on the roster here. Unfortunately, I think that's replicated. respectable finish, at least here for XLG, but it's a shame to see them go out like this.
I know, because you see that potential to their run to this point. They've shown that they have such capability, but to do it when it matters is a different skill set altogether. And on the other side, the flip side of things, Leviathan have looked terrifying to me. Young, hungry, and up for the challenge through and through.
Respect shown here on the stage as well. I mean, Neon and Spikes in two, Sato alongside as well. Just three of the most exciting players we have here in London. And continuing with that form. They get a statement made, obviously, going forward here with the teams that are left. Lev are here to scrap it out.
क्या खेला है, क्या खेला है, मजा खेला है.
Underdog for sure. I wouldn't want to meet up with those boys. The form they're in, they are looking locked in today. The question becomes how far they can go. So just explosive.
They're hungry
and
as well.
aggressive.
You can see how hungry they are.
God, what an opportunity to truly change some minds. However, we're going to send it over to Frank.
Watch you have so much fun on this stage. Is it as much fun as it looks?
Yes, it is. 100% it is. 100% it is.
And when you started out your journey here in London, did you expect to make it to the top 4?
Actually, yeah. I think we're a really strong team. I knew we had a good shot at the tournament, and you know, but as it goes, you don't even think about it. The only thing in your head is like to enjoy it all.
Well, this roster was solidified about 7 months ago. The synergy is on point. How long did it take to really get things on form?
I think it's difficult to say. I'd say it's probably after Neon turned 18, because then we actually had time to, you know, play as the full team. But ever since we got together, we were always good friends, you know, same age and all. And King is, you know, King may be older than us, but it feels like sometimes he's the same age as us.
And tell me about the words that you were saying to Neon just before map 2, because we saw you gave him a little hug.
I don't know. I think it's just something that happened last series where going to the third map, he came to me and then he like pep talked me, and then I fried. So we just did the same thing today.
So Neon was your hype man?
Sorry?
Neon actually turned out to be your hype man.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy?
No, it's not crazy. Because when we look at you guys, I mean, on Haven, for example, you're a team that has the confidence to let that clock run down. I mean, who needs to plant when you can get an ace like that?
Oh, I didn't even know. I didn't even notice that I was gonna ace. I was just so locked in. But, you know, it's great to have an ace, another one, you know.
Yeah, I was going to say, yet another one. That wasn't your first on this stage in London. One more thing before I let you go. Have you got a message for the fans around the world? You have a loud audience here in London, but I also know there are loads of people back home in the Americas cheering you on.
What words I have to say to them?
Yeah.
I like to thank everyone for supporting us, and you know, I've seen a lot of good words about us online, and it's just great, you know. I just feel more confident. I also like to give a shout out to Corbin Lee, because I know he's watching and I love him.
Well, we love you. Congratulations. We will see you in a few days' time. Go meet your fans. And as for you guys, stick around, because we've got an EMEA Rumble coming your way.
Thank you so much for that, Frankie. And of course, massive shout out to Sato, ball of energy. Always love hearing from him. But once again, we're joined here. Feels like it's been so long since we last talked. We got King here, folks. King, congratulations, my man. What a victory for you guys. Let's talk about, you know, coming into this matchup. I know you got, I heard earlier you had some experience with XLG, right? Yeah. Like you'd scrimmed them a little bit. So you were at least like knowing what you were coming into this. But XLG put on one hell of a tournament here. Were you a little worried that maybe you were going to get a new version of XLG?
Honestly, I wouldn't say worried in a way, because I think everyone in your team knows like they're very good. Like I personally respect them a lot, because as we said, we scrimmed them a lot last year. I have a very good relationship with the coach because of that. I have a very good relationship with Varga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giving a pep talk to the enemy. No, but I mean, that just also goes to show too, right? It's like the sportsmanship and the way that a lot of the players here, contrary to like, I'm sure a lot of fans online, a lot of you guys have, do respect one another. So I think it does go without saying, right, Mimi?
I want to ask you too. This is for you, not super unfamiliar, making a top 4. You've done it before in Seoul back in the day, but this is the first time for all of your teammates being anywhere close to this deep in the tournament. What's it been like getting to see this success through their eyes and them achieving this?
I mean, it just feels so special. All of them are such great kids. They're incredible. They are always full of energy. So seeing them happy feels like, I know I'm the old guy. It feels like I'm the proud dad, you know?
I know exactly what you're saying, baby. Trust me, I know exactly what you're saying. Hit me with it because it's a good feeling.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's still, even though I was top 3, it's still like an incredible feeling. But for them, they deserve the world, so I'm so happy for them.
Yeah, I am too. It's amazing to see them achieve this. But on top of that, it's not just that you guys are making here and that it's this achievement for them. I want to ask, going back to the early days for you, does this remind you at all of those like early LATAM achievements? Because for Oner, he was there in the run at Champions with crew that started. For you, it was Copenhagen, the breakout event where people started to really respect South America as a region. Does this feel like the next step for South America as a whole here?
I have to agree with that statement. It does feel like the next step. If I have to compare it with my old self or the old Leviathan, back then it really felt like a lot of doubts. Like we knew we were good, but we didn't know like how things were gonna go, and we were always like, okay, guys, let's go, let's give it a all. Like, keep the energy up.
Yeah, like you knew you had it, but in the back of your head it was like,
yeah, it's like,
but
we're
do
still
we though?
Yeah. And now it definitely feels like, guys, we're insane. Let's
and you're
we
sure
feel
of
the
it.
confidence, and we're fully sure of it. So that's like the big difference in that team and this team right now.
And I tell you what, if anyone wants to go back, look at that team play versus this team play, you see it in the server. And I think that is the coolest thing about it all, man. You have a lot to be proud of, brother.
Thank you.
Congratulations. We're all proud of you as always. You already know. But that is going to do it for us here. Of course, all bow down to the king as always. But coming up next, we have a great matchup. It's going to be Foot taking on Vitality. Who is going to survive this EMEA clash? And I believe they're going to be taking on you guys next, right?
Yeah, depending who wins, we play the winner of this match.
So who do you want to face?
I mean, I don't want to pick anyone. I just whoever plays
whoever
best,
wins.
Yeah, whoever wins.
Yeah, they're just gonna have to do just another game. Love it, love it. All right, folks, like you heard, we're gonna have Foot and Vitality take the stage in just a little bit. An EMEA clash you don't want to miss. We'll see you on the other side.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up here. It all started when I got to the FIFA World Cup. And wow, thousands of Verizon customers.
Oh, you got the free Verizon tickets too?
No, I'm with amazing seats.
I'm sorry. Okay.
And even pitch-side access.
Are you? David Beckham.
A Verizon customer.
This used to be for players. Now it's for Verizon customers. No one gets you closer. Only on Verizon.
In esports, legendary moments demand speed, scale, and soul. Players and fans bring the heart. Technology brings it to life. Every frame, every stat, every decisive play. In partnership with the Valorant Champions Tour, we're driving digital innovation that empowers the esports ecosystem to keep expanding. So players can focus on the game, and fans can focus on the moment.
Oh, welcome back to sunny EMEA VCT in Berlin, Germany, NY. We've got a classic matchup. Wait, actually, nope, sorry about that. It's not an EMEA game. It's just an EMEA game at a global event. That's right. It's Vitality versus Foot. I'm Golden Boy. We got Mimi and someone who has seen this match so many times in the past. It's Billy. But this time, though, folks, I would reckon it's a little bit different, right?
Yeah, it definitely feels different because there's so much more on the line this time around when we consider it being an elimination game at a global event. But yeah, I think that these two teams should definitely know each other's tendencies at this point.
Certainly. It's the first rematch we've actually had here in Masters London, and these teams, will be their third time playing in just a few weeks after being the upper final in EMEA and facing already here. This first game during the Swiss stage was such an influx point for me in Vitality's kind of run in this tournament because, well, I felt like it was a very close game. They could have cleaned up and closed out faster on some of these. This is where the individuals like Chronicles started stepping up big time. This is where their approach really showed through. I think this was the game to me that really proved the resiliency of Vitality, that this was a squad ready to go on a run.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's been a close affair every single time that they've faced off against one another. When I think back to regionally as well, back in EMEA, when I think back to here at Masters London, it has been close. You could argue that Foot maybe should have been able to close it out in 2-0 both times that they played. And Foot have been having issues in being able to close out maps. I think for Foot, they're a team that you don't really want to go up against after that loss against PRX yesterday as well. That is a very difficult opponent to come into today after such a tough loss.
I will say, though, if one thing we do need to bear in mind, right, for Foot is that struggle being able to close out the games. We're fine for top 4 here. You know what I mean? Like Paper X don't got that problem. EDG certainly haven't been having that issue. We just saw Leviathan just absolutely roll. So that is going to be something that they 100% need to be mindful of. But of course, for Vitality, they want to complete this lower bracket run. You're going to be looking at a few key individuals there. And that is going to be actually a unique one. The brain trust of that young man right there, Yampy, and the coach, Pal. Both incredible minds for the game, Billy. You're very familiar with them.
Yeah.
But one thing's for certain, both those guys are going to need to step up and give this team the resources they need in order to push forward.
100%. And let's not forget the partnership that they've been able to build over the course of the past year, both together on BBL. Pal kind of leading the way and helping Yampy get this IGL experience and teaching him the ropes, I guess, is kind of fair to say. My issue is Pal can only control so much outside of the server. And of course, we need to see Yampy really be the leader of this team today to be able to control the situations. I think when I'm considering back to regional performances, at times there was too many cooks in the kitchen. Too many players trying to chip in too many ideas to the point that things got out of control, and we really did see that throughout the regular season back in EMEA. However, they did manage to get it back under control. They did implement this structure, this system, which of course Pal and Scott are the ones that have been able to do that for them to be able to get to this point.
Yeah, Chronicles saying that the pressure got to them some in that match, and I felt like that was certainly the case on map 3 of that series against Paper X. The Fracture felt like kind of a complete crumble from Vitality. Paper X could do no wrong. But earlier in that series, there were great signs. Map 2 of Split, I felt the Vitality approach was excellent. They played a very passive attack side, gave Paper X nothing with their normal defensive aggression, and had fantastic execution when they went into the late round hits. Had a great game out of Durka there as well. It's rare that you see someone beat Paper X that dominantly on a map. And that to me showed their prep and also their ability to not let losing a bad map 1 get the better of them, which all goes back to the leadership. But as you're saying, the issue is still that third map and what happened after that great game.
Yeah, that's right. You got to be able to lock up those critical matchups here. A lot going to be on the line here for Yampy as we had an opportunity to catch up with him. Jen Lee standing by.
Here with Yampy of Vitality. Yampy, what is the silver lining of this lower bracket for you guys?
Silver lining, I prefer the Elizabeth line myself, but yeah, I mean, every match is a high pressure moment, and you know, I think getting to send all the other teams home, I think that's a very satisfying feeling, and I think that's what we are looking for the most.
Okay, that was a good answer. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yampi just hit me. It's a great dad joke. I don't think anyone caught that. It's terrible. It's so good, it's bad. Of course, though, what has been good has really been seeing the way that Foot have been approaching these maps. I mean, go back to that game against G2 and how G2, I mean, you could point to some of the flaws of G2 there, but the reality is, guys, Foot really have been unbelievable. And Billy, you're familiar with this team. You know what they're capable of. But what I'm seeing here is a squad that's playing with very little fear.
Yeah, and I think that that's been a benefit for them so far throughout this event. When we consider the rookies, of course, Yetej finding himself back at another global event, hasn't been here since 2024. But the rookies, as you mentioned, showing such a fearless approach. And I think when you come across a Foot that are in this kind of form, that is a scary team to go up against.
This is a meta that came to Turkish Valorant. This is the way that these teams have wanted to play for a long time, but it's really never been a position to go into it. And I'm so happy that this is the event where we get to see those rookies, Zeus, Sop, guys that have been talked about for so long, playing back in Turkey, playing in Tier 2 previously, to get this opportunity in their very first year in VCT, to not only make it to a global, but to be able to live up and deliver to the level they had. There's a huge difference in experience in this game with 4 of those Foot players stepping in for that first time, but thus far, they've not looked fazed by it.
Yeah, no, of course, it's going to be, like we say, a tall task no matter what. But I do feel like this team has met the moment here, fighting for top 4. Let's see what Jen Lee has to say. She had another opportunity to catch up with the Foot camp.
With Foot's Cross-Dali, you guys have so far exceeded all expectations, but as you get deeper into the tournament, this is when the pressure starts to build. So how do you stay grounded as a team?
Yani açıkçası çok fazla öyle bir heyecan hissetmiyoruz. Turnuvanın başı bizim için daha heyecanlıydı. Şu an ilerledikçe çevreye alıştık. O yüzden sadece iyi bir şekilde Valorant oynamaya çalışacağız. O yüzden herhangi bir heyecan şu an kalmadı yani öyle turnuvanın başı kadar.
We're not feeling that much of an excitement. The beginning of the tournament was much more, nerve-wracking for us. But right now, we got used to it. We adapted. We got used to that environment. So we're not feeling too much of a pressure or excitement. We're only gonna focus on playing good Valorant today.
Foot doesn't crack under pressure.
Of course, though, it's going to be pressure regardless, just because of what these players are going to be playing for here. A top 4 spot, an opportunity to go up against Leviathan. Let's see, though, where we're going to be playing and check out our maps, picks, and bans. Let's take a listen.
With Foot, Vitality has the higher seeds, so they're going to pick their side.
We pick Team A.
All right, Team A. Then Vitality is banning first.
We ban Haven.
Haven is banned. And
whoa.
What is your ban, Foot?
Breeze. Ban Breeze.
All right, Breeze is banned, and Vitality is picking the first map.
Next. Gregor, what do you think of Cheesecake?
I love it.
What do you think about Lotus Cheesecake?
Even better.
We pick Lotus.
All right, and what is the side for Lotus?
We start defense.
Okay, and your map pick?
Ascent.
Ascent it is. Then side for Ascent, please.
Yo, defense.
Okay. And we have Fracture, Pearl, and Split left. Vitality is banning.
We ban Fracture.
Fracture is banned, and Pearl and Split left.
We ban Pearl.
All right, and last map is Split, and Vitality is picking the side.
We pick attack.
All right.
We pick attack.
Quick recap. We start with Lotus, Foot defense. Then we have Ascent, Vitality defense. And if we go to Split, which is decider, Vitality attacks. Everything correct?
Yeah.
All right, good luck, guys.
I think Yampi thought he was on 8 Mile or something like that, just trying to bust a lyric or two out there.
Yeah, you better hope they win today. I don't know about the SoundCloud career.
Yeah, it's going to be a little tough to get off the ground. But folks, this is going to be a good one here. You got 2 teams that are hungry for this opportunity to fight for the top 4, to keep EMEA alive in this competition. Let's go ahead and bring out your 2 teams. Here's Vitality and Foot.
When it comes to elimination matches,
Vitality, they catch Foot completely unaware, and now they're up to match point.
Every round counts.
Sayonara. He's just able to find Yenijay, who's just none the wiser.
One wrong decision,
Couple shots gonna be flying through. It's a 1-2 punch, Durka.
and it could all be over.
But play it close, but Vitality stand taller.
Playing versus Foot once again, the two matches has been super close.
Everybody having their shining moments.
It gets me really hyped up because I know for a fact that they want to get revenge. And that's why I'm excited today to show that we are the better team.
The last time we faced Vitality, our mood was going down and our mental was falling apart. But after the EDG loss, we fixed it really quickly.
Is that what you've got? The 18-year-old superstar looking like a nightmare!
I think it's gonna be an easy game.
Foot, I'm sorry, but actually I'm not sorry. You guys are going home. We'll take it from here.
Vitality, I wish you guys good luck. From now on, I'll take care of the EMEA.
Show me how to feel.
A team that transforms past failures into success. It's Team Vitality! They might bear bruises, but they'll bear down on their enemies. It's Fuzz!
You heard it in the hype. You heard what they were saying. Yampi, he's saying, I'm going to take over. I'm going to dominate this. Meanwhile, on the other side for Foot, there's an opportunity for this young team to establish themselves as the kings of EMEA. This is a massive matchup here. Top 4 on the line, and of course, your series layout, Lotus, Ascent, and Split if necessary. Mimi, what you think?
This is just a huge match for both of these teams. They've both waited for a moment to go this deep in a tournament for a long time. But I think it's especially true for Vitality. Foot was a breakout success. These rookies came onto the big stage and they've immediately delivered at a global. On the other side, Vitality, they've had players who are always here. We're always in these moments. Some of the greats of this game in Durka and Chronicle. But it's been a long time since they've been back in a finals weekend. Fighting for it today against an opponent they're so familiar with.
And you know it would mean so much to both sides across the stage. You mentioned Foot trying to solidify themselves as the kings of EMEA. Well, if they were to win here today, not only would it be the best global placement that they've had, but I certainly think that they would crown themselves as the kings of Turkey. We saw BBL go to Santiago. Foot missed out on that first global event. Had to come back into stage 1 with a complete roster rebuild. Sociable now leading the charge on the opposite side. Yampi, his teammate from last year. And then when you're looking at Vitality, of course, you know it means so much to them, but we only saw them get challenged realistically for the first time against Paper Rex yesterday, when you consider the run that they've been able to have throughout this tournament so far.
Certainly so. For Foot, this would be a culmination of years where Turkey has been expected to be great, where it's been talked about how good their players can be. You've seen names deliver in the past, CNED in the early days, Alpha taking on the Flame with Fnatic. But now an entirely Turkish team with that chance to make top 4, to usurp that nation's best performances in the past.
Yeah, but standing in their way, you got some GOATs, guys like Chronicle, who have been there, who have done that, and play with such confidence. And he's sitting alongside his teammate Durka, but also that young man up there too. We really see him blossom, Sayonara, in this tournament. Initially, there was concern if his nerves are going to be in place, but no, this guy is showing that he has that steely resolve that is necessary to take you to the top of the mountain, Billy.
And you look at the caliber of this roster. The Mountains have very much been within reach, but this roster was built to lift global trophies.
That's right.
They should be at minimum top 3 at global events. They should be making it to grand finals. The pressure is on them now to be able to continue that run.
Yeah, if anything, I would say it's more of an indictment on them rather than Foot, because Foot here, they're showing that they are not just punching above their weight class.
They defied expectations.
They're making their own weight class in the process. Meanwhile, you got Vitality doing everything that they can to hold on to the crown. But let's see what we got with our agents here. And of course, the first Battleground, Lotus, we saw this earlier on. Compositionally, not much change in here, Mimi.
The biggest difference on this map is that Vitality is playing with the Vise and the Viper versus Foot going for the double duelist. It means Vitality can afford to play slower on their attack side, can re-clear towards A, and on their defensive side have better tools to hard hold sites and to refight space into A. Foot are sacrificing that utility that makes your macro so much easier in order to put the rookies in positions where they shine. Sop and Zeus have been outstanding this tournament, and they need to again if Foot want to win today.
And you saw Vitality struggling when they started on the attack in that series against PaperX yesterday. They need to get off to a better start here today to continue any sort of momentum they hope to have.
Yeah, and all my eyes kind of just go to Durka there, because I want to see what this guy can do. He was a little slow at the start, but then he started to ramp things up in the series. So the question is, has he maintained, or rather, can he maintain the form that he had at the tail end of that last matchup? And of course, deliver this Vitality team the kills necessary to secure those rounds.
If you look at history, there's no doubt he can do it. Durka and Kron, some of the greats, but it's been a damn long time since they've been here.
Folks, it's do or die. Top 4 on the line. We got 2 excellent casters on the mic. Welcome, Bren and Sideshow.
Thank you very much, guys. And I couldn't put it better myself here. This elimination game between EMEA teams is going to be that EMEA on EMEA violence. Do or die for continuity here at the Copper Box Arena to continue that tournament lifeline. Both teams are going to be desperately grasping.
As the desk has been going over, the last 2 times that they clashed, 3 maps, bangers, clutches all over the place. I think a lot of the Foot fans would believe that they should have won those games, but they let those crucial moments, some of the most important moments, slip out away from them. The map pools had adjustments as well. Vitality won both times by picking Pearl and winning in ridiculous clutch scenarios. They decided this time to pivot to Lotus. That is a big shift, a big change.
The whole map pool is going to be shifting and changing. Some familiarity in terms of some of the previous times these 2 teams have matched up, but we'll get into that later as we look towards Ascent and possibly Split. It's Foot versus Vitality, pistol round, Abound, and it's Vitality's map pick.
Looking to put pressure over towards Mound early here with their utility as they walk 2 players in to contest Sop.
It's a head clean off almost immediately. Sayonara is activating.
2 of the best performing young players from EMEA.
Yeah. Tropic. Norma's getting caught onto the cross, but he does manage to take down one with him. It's a good opener here for Vitality. Door's going to be opened up now. It's going to be put pressure onto Sociable. A lot to do from this position. Already a player down. Nade's going to be sailing into the back here to slide off Angle, and he's already done the damage. Evened it up. Bought time for the reinforcements to arrive. Instantly offset once more, but into the 2v1 now to the 1v2. Off to the side. Crostally barely alive. The spike in their grips now. Sayonara left to reclaim it.
Crostali goes down to a single shot. They're going to expect him to readjust the angle.
High-low. Almost with a collapse, but listen. Well played by Foot. Discipline there to secure up a pistol. Critical one at that, to be honest, with Vitality's map pick.
And Vitality got out to a really good opener too. Prophet going 1-1 in that spot is nice, but Sociable's done the most here, anchoring on A. He was alone for a while, but played it safe. Playing these nice angles too. We'll be tracking for this whole match that narrative that the desk was again reminding us of Sociable against Yampi, the 2 IGLs, former teammates. Yeah. Sociable learning a lot during his stint on BBL, bringing it to Foot.
There's a lot of history between these 2 teams.
Let's go. Nice round, Sare.
Well, we'll be making sure to hit as we go through this one. This is
Good round.
fast and loose play over towards C-Mount, looking to see if they can get potentially some action, a couple of kills. Going their way onto Eco, but Vitality just poking, prodding, see if they can pull out the util. And Sayonara's gone, but the right click. The Classics are doing decent work. Backside controller, Yedaje only with the Sheriff. He's been swiftly dealt with. Zeus Running late to the party here, but ISO fights up. It's not synced up at all. Probably with the paranoia just going way too wide and cleaned up towards the end. Barely alive, but listen, the job is done. But barely get it put together towards the end to secure the anti-eco.
Expect more of these rounds that are coming down to the wire. If rounds like that, where the weapon advantage is so enormous, are being decided on a knife's edge, then I think the rifle rounds will be too. Sob had to come out with some magic there. Bailing his team out of trouble.
bro.
But this has destroyed the bonus round idea. This is just a pure eco, basically, with Sob having a tiny bit of danger in his back pocket and a lot of money to spend on an op in the next round.
They're pretty conservative in terms of investments for just a couple of sheriffs. That one Bulldog to buy around here for Vitality. Great opportunity for them to put one on the board. And they're going to take it slow to begin with.
There's a very large trap set up over here.
There is, yeah.
I'm not sure whose contact they're going to spring it off, but there's 4 players waiting, ready for Vitality.
Difficult for them, but the Viper Wall obfuscates quite a bit. Sociable's going to be taking loose contact here.
2 players in a bait and switch setup behind the box.
Seem to be aware of it, yeah. The ping's coming out. There's 1 kill for them. Sociable go out. How are they going to be triggering this trap play? The clearance of Sayonara's there. The shot's still ringing out. There's plenty of players here waiting to see if they can respond, but that paranoia is beautiful. Near side of the whole lot. Diffuses the danger almost immediately.
Really well played, well controlled there by Vitality. Sayonara's weapon might have also fallen into enemy hands if Profek hadn't been fast enough there to put the punish down. Well handled. But this was not the round that Foot were really investing into. It's the next one where we'll get to see Sop with the operator. Dirk is going to clean up things easily towards the end. He hasn't made the most progress towards the showstopper, which would be probably your biggest ult on your attack side. But Yampi's got his. I think a lot of it is going to come down to where Sop decides to play.
David, nice paranoia, oh yeah.
Yeah, okay. Pumping himself up. It was nice. 2 of them getting caught on.
Sop is going to look to try to take this angle, Bren, over towards Mount.
It's pretty common. We see Neon's been doing this quite a bit. They try and get ahead of the one way that's going to be propped up potentially here. Yep, gliding to the side.
Oh, Profek's on the jump spot angle.
It's a high-low setup. Cooked up here. Vitality waiting for the overextension, perhaps, but look at that sight line. Right on it, just waiting for somebody to peek straight in. Vitality know these angles, though. Not willing to make a mistake too early. They're also going to be aware of the fact that the money, enough of it online, that they're going to be aware that there's a possibility to op.
Sop can hear the Prowler. He knows his door's going to be open behind him. Starts backing up.
He's in danger here, being squeezed, and there it is. As soon as the door opens up, he's going to have to back up, retreat, heal back. Very good discipline here from Vitality. Slight gap into the corner here. Barrel's poking out. Sop puts an adjustment and a blind shot in the dark. Doesn't come up with the goods he was looking for.
And now the game's coming back over towards the B-pop. Crostali defending this one with a wall in his face as well. Zeus needs to be pushed off the angle, and Chronicle, he'll start thinking about it.
Onto Robles, Sociable, who takes him out.
That's just spam.
Blind spot, yeah. Okay, spam coming through. Now Nightfall's going to be scattering though, and an attempt to make it over towards the B side. The wall though cuts it out, slows down the approach alongside the Thorns. Wall's going to be broken, but these players are separated out through main. Yeta J just decimates them. Slam shut the door in their face. Vitality, it's just Profek. There's not really much of a chance of him here.
This is a round where Yampi took his team into a late round B-pop through the Vice wall. Baiting out that Vice utility early on is going to be absolutely crucial to getting past Foot. But you have to make sure that you deal with the op as well, and they never felt confident enough to get close to C. I'm not even sure whether they knew that wall was going to be there for the late round hit. And Kron also gets unlucky, but yeah, it still would have been a gamble the way that he takes the fight against Zeus. There's no guarantee he would have been there for that pinch through Blue Room. Vitality are going to have to reassess about that one. Looked fundamentally good from Foot. And these teams, they know each other like the back of their hand. They've played so many times. 6 maps against each other just in this tournament and EMEA playoffs.
That's exactly right. Since 2025, the more recent history between these two rosters, it's always been Vitality taking it up.
Very close games.
They have been close, always been a possibility and a chance for Foot, but that's story of Foot, really. Always playing a lot of teams close.
Changing things up here, moving Sops up over towards Rubble.
Yeah.
आता लोटस विटॅलिटी का ही है ना ठीक है ना
Vitality are taking Mount away and threatening that they could be going for the C exec. The name
क्या हो गया भाई
might break some thorns. It does, but they still haven't baited out the Vice Wall, and they don't
Lulo,
even know
yeah.
that the Vice Wall is there. It could still be at front B.
Yeah, so posted deep over towards A. Viper's going to be causing issues, but he's on the line here. Util primed. So as soon as the wall goes up, they'll have to respect it.
It's good patience.
Out of the way. Yeah, it is good patience.
You don't want that to drop, and then Durkee already on the line.
Already, we're going to see it now. Just waiting for smokes to generate. First one going to be cutting off that angle, and now making a move towards this A side. There's about 30 seconds left. Vitality not with a lot of time to work with here, but the A side isn't being reinforced at all. But the DTP might help out. That's going to be Sociable trying to join up towards that blue room angle. How is that hit as well? Lays it onto the B site. Giving quite a bit of cover for Foot. Blind fire and spam gonna have to be the name of the game, but retaking with the operator never ideal, and the Chronicles finding kills like that. It's already decided for Foot.
Slow, methodical round, but Yampi very much in control of this one. Despite not baiting out the Vice Wall, Sop just got pushed back by layer after layer of the smoke utility. That showcases really nicely the power of this Viper Omen comp on Lotus. Sop, he might have to take a risk in some of these rounds and start stepping forwards, risking it. But the more risk you take, the more chance of Vitality you're going to punish and get that opening kill.
Absolutely.
It shows respect this time. Sociable goes trying to lure somebody in.
Kron is going to be sticking around to try and punish him. Sociable, can he even get out of this? He's going to be going down with a ship, but all good.
Not sure that was 100% worth it, but they're going to keep a little bit of damage on the Vitality economy, I suppose.
Okay, instantly. Timeout taken by Foot despite the one-round lead.
I would imagine the coaches want some level of input in order to put Sop's operator in a better position. The way that you just saw him get pushed back and back and back, if he's going to get pushed back like that, he probably needs some help from another teammate to get him on a deeper line. Or at least to get a teammate there ready to fight over it.
Yeah.
I think Vlad, Bambino, there's just a lot of good stuff to talk about with this coaching staff. The prep that they have had coming into the event has been excellent. They reinvented themselves. They started playing quite different compositions, moved Zeus away from the Phoenix. The ideas that they've had, the anti-strats that they've had, it's all been very good. But that's mostly been prep against other regions. They've been the team to eliminate Americas. They've been the team to be able to battle past critical matches with Pacific teams early on. That went against Full Sense. In their matches against Vitality, they've actually struggled with that kind of stuff, with closing out the big rounds.
It's often the case with some of the regional matchups when you play against teams that know you so damn well. Different task, even if the stage is slightly different. We'll see though. It's a battle for both of these teams to see if they can reach new peaks. Vitality, a team that was custom built really to lift trophies. Probably weren't hoping to find themselves in an elimination position, but same could be said for Foot.
बस अभी हमको कुछ नहीं करना है अभी क्या दबा दिया बस अभी हमको और कुछ नहीं करना एकदम परफेक्ट टाइमिंग साउंड भी सही है एक तो सही है सब कुछ सही है हमको कुछ अभी करना नहीं है
No one home though. Vitality, they hear all these sound cues. Mass rotation now by Foot.
Vitality don't want to opt into that when the ults are so good from Foot. And immediately you see Zeus starting to transition over towards B. His showstopper could shut down any kind of B reaction.
Where are you?
It's going to be slow though. Durka's got the attack operator. Vitality's going to want to move around the map and put him in positions where he could be able to generate picks.
He's got access to the orb, so he's going to be able to earn a showstopper himself. Just waiting for the right time to do it. They hear some of the Vice util.
They're worried about a trap play as soon as they touch the orb.
Potentially worried about the possibility of the wall being there too.
There.
Spotted though.
But Durka,
Zeus is leaning in this direction.
Durka
Spike starts to come. Both of these raisers are going to have showstoppers in the back pocket.
Durka क्या सोच के
It's
op खेल रहा है bro?
It's going to be messy, isn't it? Thorn's still not broken. Durka just waiting for the right time to strike here. Possible for cooldowns to come online, and it's going to be sailing. That's towards back pillar. The Thorn's dead as a result of it. Up towards the top. I got angle. Yet Jay's job just to really buy time and space for his team to get into the retake. Zeus sidestep with the Prowler. Forwards though, it's an important kill. It's no more showstopper now for the retake. Vitality going to be taking this one forward. Steel Garden. Yu's going to be cutting away the guns, but Durka out of range of all of it. Close quarters. How is Yampi getting away with it?
Oh, this is
still,
wild.
man. He's running a mockery over it and has forced the issue for Sociable. Got to back away. Got to save the gun for another day.
That entire round, Brent, could not have gone worse for Foot. That is an absolute disaster. Durka didn't even have to use the showstopper. Zeus got killed before he even could. And Yampi's getting away with murder in Waterfall. Sociable doesn't even get to keep the gun. That's a violation.
Yeah. Couldn't be worse. 3-3. Backside of the Foot timeout too.
But the only thing that could have gone worse is if Zeus popped the showstopper and ulted himself.
Yeah, exactly. At least they've still got that one for the next round, but the money is not going to be good for Foot.
What happens, guys? Not an easy game already. What? What happened?
Yeah. Give it a chat.
There is a big difference in experience for these two teams. I think that's one of the things that contributed to those missed opportunities for Foot in the last time they played against Vitality. The last two times they played against Vitality. Vitality, they've got that experience, they've got that composure that comes with knowing you can win. And Foot had crumbled in some really important rounds.
Yeah,
most of the time in post plants, though, it wasn't like that.
See how this one goes. It's a nice idea. Double up with a high-low. Smoke's still going to be causing issues for them. There's a slight gap in it. It's layered down by Foot themselves. Rotating around here. The slower pace of play by Vitality is definitely doing a lot to pick apart Foot and their position. Paranoia is going to be sent flying forwards here. Another smoke as well. Drop down just to make things awkward over towards Tree. Force the players backing away. Crystali's getting good information, but again, the weaponry is not good, and we're looking at the B pivot. Crystali, now you're being pinched. You're looking to one way or the other. Just going to trying to back out, being caught completely unaware. A little bit of miss here. Snakebite. A bit of peace of mind for the plan to go down here for Vitality. They are looking well drilled, locked in.
And Foot are looking locked out. Zeus isn't going to want to invest his ult in this situation. Not when they're in a 4v5.
Now we need to see some miracle shots. Rattled out. See the door opened up wide. Sop looking to pull attention towards him, but already stepped up to the challenge. It's Sayonara having an unreal game so far. Shots are just going wide there from the Marshall. Time already ticking. Far and away. Yampi going hunting, looking for the kills. Last one left is Yedaje, and he's not long for the world. So
Sayonara का aim तो बढ़िया चल रहा है bro.
In control.
Aim तो मस्त चल रहा है.
This roster is showing you the potential that it has. This is an incredibly disciplined and successful attack side so far from Vitality. I think this tournament's probably the first time that they are anywhere near living up to the promise, the potential of this roster. It was built as a super team. It's built to go and contest for trophies. If Vitality win here, if Foot win here, you're in a top 4 in a tournament. But they'll be looking further.
Will be.
And we've seen some really solid form from Vitality. But I want Foot to pressure them more than this. This next rifle round's got to be it.
It has to be. Early fight over towards A Rubble. Already got the space deep over towards it, but they're hard committing with an abundance of bodies here. As soon as this curtain drops, it's going to be spoiling the surprise. It's Sop. It's quick onto it. Satchels. Like Turkey just barely gets out of dodge. They don't want anything to do with this one, but there's no fast reaction called for. Sociable's ready and waiting, but he's way out in the open. Yedaje's got to cover his back. Trigger with a wall. This is good for the Vice util, but still hard committed. Door's going to be opening up. Paranoia connecting. Yampi is in trouble. Calling for the bailout, so that's a slow, methodical element that's putting a squeeze. Yedaje trying to stand up toward that pressure. He's eventually going to go down.
3v3, 3v3. Ulti hai.
Put they were the team that was actually going to be running the trap on Yampi there. Turn the table,
speed this up.
That's lovely.
Nightfall scatters out. And one shot in the dark does find a mark. That means the plant's not
Flank
going down. Zeus up onto the flank here. Still the showstoppers in the back pocket for these teams. Durka not aware at all. The Horn, big reveal. Lighting them all up. Prophet just looking to see if he can disjoint. Snap back away from the seas, but it's all watched for. Sop puts him into the dust, into the grave. 4-4 now. Foot not giving up so lightly.
And they needed that one to work. Sop finally finds a moment to be able to have some value. Sayonara drops the wall there, hoping to get the punish. But Sop's quicker on the trigger. And that horn was everything.
Yeah.
Don't
swing the...
Don't think they were supposed to swing that.
No.
According to Scott's
Doesn't
game
like
plan
it,
that he
does it?
built for them.
There.
Zeus utilized the showstopper previous round. It feels like Dirk has just been holding on to his forever.
Waiting for the right time to use it and strike, but see how this gets utilized now. This is again, Vitality heavier towards this A presence, but they've got nobody watching any of these areas. Sop, so damn brave, deep push out towards B. Flank is going to be approaching, surrounded on every front. Vitality not aware of this. They've been doing a lot of
भाई
to A, trying to pull out some of the util and
Vitality पूरा push कर दिया.
Still got him though. Feels like a full committal. Someone's going to be let loose. Proc deaded. Zeus is going to be hard onto the flank here. Hearing on his sound cues. Prophet's going to try and put a stop to it. He does. Sugahandli going to be holding this one back. Seeing if he can pull more out. Foot just being baited into these fights. Massive player advantage now for Vitality. Turk is still with this ultimately. Prophet is being surrounded here. Put the switch, sidestep in this one, but Social has a
तू side मार देता ना.
down. Out towards that backside now with the overdrive, already finding their footing. This is just Turkish aim. Entirely empowered onto the retake.
ये क्या round निकला है? ये कैसा round निकल गया?
Never felt comfortable to be able to pop it. Didn't get the read on when Foot were going to attack them. What a fumble from Vitality. They actually dealt with the first wave of that fairly nicely. Had good post-run positions. Coaches are not going to be happy about that one.
ये क्या जरूरत था?
4v3 where you have Razalt in a post plan. You should be able to convert that, but as you said, Foot swarm in.
Pop the results.
Yeah, I mean, we were saying it.
And he hits the timeout.
Yep, pen on a notebook, timeout button hit.
Durka गाली गाने वाला है. Durka को बोले बेटे तू अल्ट लेके रेस बॉम्ब ये क्या रेस अल्टी लेके तो घर जाने वाला है. घर में तुम अपने बच्चे लोगों को खिलाने वाले इसको मारना मुंडी पे. यही बोलने वाला है.
I think what they're trying to do is play fairly slowly and get a read on what Foot are going for, but they didn't have the information. In that round, all 5 grouped up towards Rubble. And Foot, to their credit, it's a really good idea to be going for something unusual like that B push in a round where you have a big ult disadvantage, because you get the flank retake going, and that's where Sob can shine. What was Foot's big strength of being able to bulldoze over G2? It was how tight they were playing.
Yeah.
And their spacing, the way that they traded off each other. I think you saw it demonstrated there with Sop and Crostali.
Fundamentals just being rock solid. Foot have let that slip at times when they let the mental, the pressure, I think, at the moment take over. But for now, we're seeing a very strong start from Foot. They might finally be able to best Vitality this year. Early days yet, of course.
ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. डर के.
Pressure is on Vitality. Sop again with his op line. He's going to be taking it nice and early. Deep walk up on both sides here. Yampi with his horns.
भगवान
The curtain drops again. This is going to be carnage. Stepping forwards. It's broken. Sociable's right there. And there it is. Aim's trained. Turk is finding it, but he snaps to the side back again. Spike going to be reclaimed. It's a fight that is one out. Favored.
कहाँ से कहाँ जाके कहाँ के गिरा है भाई?
A pretty important tag timeout, I'd say. Durka hits the ult, comes back, lands down to earth, spins and hits another. Creates a player advantage for his team.
Vitality, though, not eager to rush into anything.
No, they love slowing the rounds down in situations like this. A little bit like Lev.
TP is straight onto the B side, looking to see if he can spot out, poke out the positions. It's going to be wall steaded. Thorns on top of it. Sop is right there. He's only got the operator though. That is brave as anything. Paranoia won't matter. Still secures the shot. Lightning fast with it in. Yedajay waiting to play off this pressure. 2v2. Oh my! It's a decent try by Foot.
भाई सोप
Vitality though just a little
कौन सा सोप लगा के है ब्रो? ये बता दे मुझे. आज कौन सा सोप लगा के है तू?
Allowed a little bit of a gap for the rest of Vitality to come in.
यहाँ से ये वहाँ मार के यहाँ गिर के यहाँ मारा है भाई. क्या चल रहा है? बाप रे.
Well held on the angles here from Kron and Profek, closing out the round. Another close situation that goes away Vitality.
क्या था ये?
Brings them up 5-5, and it pushes Foot's economy back down into the dirt. I think the big thing though that Yampi's still not quite doing is baiting out the Vice wall early on. That was a bit tricky there. They asked a lot of Durka.
Really did, but he delivered. Same to be said when Kron and Profit were left into it.
Oh, they don't even have it this round because it's an eco.
And not even choosing to invest into it. We're going to see this one fast, whipping its way across, but there's plenty of players waiting over towards C-Mount. Hold on, doors opened up. Turkey might be in a bit of trouble here. Paranoia's good. Getting that blind. It's up to Yampy to see if he can defend over the shoulder with the rifles. They are looking to put that squeeze on. Just dissecting the hold over towards it. It's a risky idea by Foot, but when they've got the weaker weapons, you can
नहीं ऐसे खेलना पड़ेगा और कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है ले लेना
Vitality, you see the way that Durka tucks. It looks like he's in the open. It looks like he could be punished, but Yampy's got his back from a very long angle there.
next round के लिए next round के लिए
through round 2.
This form keeps building up to 12 kills now.
Yeah, I'll get another ult online by the time we get into the final round, perhaps.
Close to it, just 3 away. We're going hunting for the stragglers then. Vitality. Flawless from them.
जो इसका एम काम नहीं कर रहा है
That's despite losing the
जो इसका एम काम नहीं कर रहा है बेटे
Could have been some questions when they didn't go towards Pearl. They would have a permaban. They have a map that they do not want to play, so it creates that open question for Vitality.
I think it's Yampy want up.
That's the question we got later on. I mean, up 2 of Ascent. Vitality have been banning it a lot. We'll see when we get there. For now, 1 more round to play in this half, and 1 more half yet to be played. Sop immediately up onto the line. This shot just goes wide. He's moving. Inaccuracy. Bullet going to the skybox.
वो कैसे ऊपर चला गया bro?
Really is.
वही तो.
Same slow beginnings by Vitality. Heavy leaning over towards A, but they never want to rush into things.
Sop takes another shot, just indicating that he's there. Still stays in position though. They are leaving A completely up to Yedajay. He's got the Steel Garden in his back pocket. They're hoping that that's enough.
It's so much pressure to place on his shoulders. Wall's being scoped out, baited out now. It's going to indicate quite a bit. Vitality have been leaning into the B splits off the back of this one. See if they can push this back and away already. Space taken. Sayonara's already that deep inside over towards blue link.
That's incredible patience from Yedajay, not just ripping the ult there. Even though he was hit by the paranoia, he still was just waiting to see, are they running at me? No, it's a pump fake. He saves the ult. That could be the round winner right there.
Really could. It's a massive tool to save for this one. And again, door's going to be opening up wide, but Yedajay just needs to tight. See if he can survive this one. No real commitment from Vitality. They're looking for a little bit more. The horn's going to be broken. Yedajay does spoil. Revealed his position. That's a Nightfall now with a Steel Guard going to be let loose and unleashed. But over towards the B side, this is Vitality taking Surtion over towards
so
it. Plan is down already deep into CT and over towards Heaven. Sayonara is capitalizing. Yedajay like he has to fight his way out of a box. Plan's already down. The time pressure already mounting here. This is Foot that are scrambling for any sort of foothold as Propik. Bullet to the dome. Yedajay taken out. Snap into the side. Massive player advantage again. Durka with that watch for line. Now with a showstopper earns up. There's damage done. Sop. But what more can you really do from this? Oh, what is that? Vitality.
Yeah.
Almost beginning to end here, but they were in complete control for a select few rounds. 7-5 at the half.
And when Durka gets his ult online, he rips it immediately this time. Stylish as well, the way that he finished off.
ये क्या था? किस बात के लिए? उधर कौन देख लिया तुम?
But the rest of his team let that massive gap in B be a big
Certainly did here. Still could be anyone's game. 7-5. Hell of a competitive half overall. But for now, Frankie is standing by. We're going to send it down to the co-streaming booth. We've got the biggest Foot fan in the world standing by.
This is a really
biggest Foot fan?
matter.
Oh my
We've
god.
Had several noise complaints from the co-streaming area because allegedly a British man has been seen in a Foot jersey yelling, screaming, chanting over the balcony, and he matches your description, sir. What have you got to say for yourself?
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to push back. You know, we had the EDG game. There was a lot of EDG fans here rooting against Foot, so I'm just trying to push back the tidal wave. I mean, we got Yinsu supporting Vitality over there. Boaster's there, you know, supporting them as well, telling me Vitality are going to win 2-0. We got biased casters here, Josh, Sideshow, Wilkinson, supporting Vitality as well. So I'm just trying to push back from all the bias against Foot.
You're also contractually obliged to as well.
I mean, but I'm leaning in hard, you know.
I can hear you're leaning in hard. I need you to teach me and the audience some Foot chants.
You want me to do one right now?
I do, yeah.
Okay, I mean, this is a once in a lifetime. I'm going to stand up. Cameraman, get ready. Okay, here we go. And Sociable came over from Navi. He only wants to play with Crystalli. And Sop came over with a message. A full fan, don't play for free. That might have been a bad word. I didn't say. You're very lucky that I remembered.
Yeah, I might have been fine. I never normally give my microphone away, but I did it for you because I think Foot needed that right now.
Yeah, they probably did. I mean, to be honest, I still feel okay. 7-5, still winnable for sure. So hopefully they can just win a second pistol here. You know, start hitting that C site with double duelist and win the game. Hopefully.
And if they win, do you oil up? Is that the word you use?
Let's end the interview there. That's been a great interview, I think. Let's cut it there.
Okay, cool. Well, I hate to disappoint the people holding the TMV oil up signs, but never mind. Let's head back to the game.
Just unreal. I don't think they're disappointed. I mean, they've been waiting for years at this point.
He's committed to doing it if Foot win the entire
tournament. So one more reason to root for Foot.
There you go.
It's just unreal. Okay.
It has been a competitive half, but I think the thing that he's not discussed there is that Foot won the initial pistol. And so they probably need another, it feels like, to be able to get back into this, or big performances from Zeus and Sop on the double duelist entry.
Deep Haunt nice and early here, and you're right. Pistol rounds actually going to be required and essential at that Vitality. Tricky setup.
Darga hack कर रहा है. Darga hack कर रहा है.
Switch. Sayonara's going to be tight
check
here.
PC, check PC.
Position and now stepping forward. They want to try and fight this paranoia. It's good, yet he's just blind firing, backpedaling. Somehow comes up with a kill. Now we're seeing a pivot over towards that blue room.
अबे उसी टाइम पे तुमको reload करना है.
40 HP and a Dream. Nate's going to be recoiling, rebounding, pushing him back away. How is Dirk still alive? Several multiple directions here. Shot through the wall.
और कैसे put 1 HP पे?
Softened up the foot opposition. Prophet cleans that kill up. Anyone's game still, but Chronicle up onto that lurk angle. Has main control now. We're going to be put down into the grave once more. Sop. Somehow finding two. And a 2v2 is what we've landed into. Prophet, Snappy, and Yampy. Right off that pressure, arrives just in time.
भाई Prophet क्या मारा है bro?
Performances out of key players in these moments.
भाई Prophet क्या मारा है भाई?
Similar attempts on the other side.
Prophet क्या flick मारा है?
They suddenly believe.
और ये क्या था?
Gets dashed. Vitality's pistol going 1 for 1 here.
यहाँ पे गया है
just been better in the rifle rounds.
He should be under you. David, can you just do something?
That's a classic call from Yampi.
Bye. Can you do something? मतलब क्या?
Put now under a lot of pressure. Once they get the rifles back, they're going to be down quite a lot. Assuming the Vitality can clean this one up, and Dirk is good for it with the Outlaw, man.
Opportunity to feast for him. Build up to another ult. It's far away now, but with the Outlaw, you never know. You see that deep smoke layer down. Horn's not going to be dealt with. Does get a reveal onto Prophet, but a deep TP surely with a punish. They're trying to step up to it. Classics finding a couple of targets. Sayonara.
That's risky.
Is anything vulnerable, but I think they know. Inclination. Shots going wide. Still, it's traded. You're handing over potential weapons if it could be reclaimed. Bulldog. Zeus's hands now still walking forward. There is danger. Still
शायद 2 गन गिरा है ना?
Plants now full committal. Satchel to try and push this back, but Dirk just not clear on the
हे भगवान कहाँ जा रहा है bro?
Sidestepping Kron hits the mark, hits the shot. Spectre in hand, but Yeta J exchange of hands with the weapon right now. He's going to be revealing his position, just spotting these players out. Sidestepping Chronicle, massively trying to dodge and weave. Leaves it into that Yampy's hands. Yeta J ran down.
भाई इतना क्लोज जा रहा है.
Yampy himself.
इतना क्लोज नहीं जाना चाहिए ना. इतना क्लोज कैसे जा रहा है? कैसे जा रहा है इतना क्लोज?
Extra piece to get them across the line. In this round, they had no weapons. It's a mad play from Sayonara, that one, honestly. Straight through the snake fight. And Yeta J.
My brain is disconnected right now.
Dirk is saying his brain is disconnected. He just walked out into the open and got whacked.
इसलिए तो अभी जो है Dirk क्या कर रहा है भाई? कहाँ जा रहा है?
They're elevating the cortisol levels of the coaches. But it's pretty similar, to be honest, with round 2. Both of these teams almost lost.
कहाँ जा रहे हो भाई? अभी तो इधर सोच रहे थे कहाँ जा रहे हो इधर के?
From both teams, you're exactly
Close आया
right.
होगा ना?
Means that it's not going to be really a proper eco from Vitality. They got the Outlaw, but investing into a couple of pistols, not too much in terms of bite.
Everybody's got full armor as well on foot. So in theory, Durka shouldn't be able to find too many opportunities with this weapon.
Yeah, they're not risking it, but they are going for an aggro peak push out towards B. That's going to be silently a wedge inserted into the middle of the map here. The wall's going to be stunting them for now. If there's any attempt of a retreat back over towards A or C from any of these players, they might get cut up.
Flash.
Prophet could go for a teleport, but I think someone would hear it. Depends if he can find just the perfect timing.
Yeah. But just slowly looking to see if they can take control, baiting out the Vice Wall at least over towards the C side, but the rotations are called for Vitality. Stacking over towards A now. Durka, shots actually connecting at least with one of them. It's going to be Sociable, knocked down to 61.
At some point, these A and C players, they have to reunite, and they're going to have to go through or past Sayonara and Prophet.
And already you can start to see the damage might be done here. Prophet gearing up for it. Level of awareness. Rifle aim is on point, but the bait and switch. Sayonara just dips straight past the wall. See if they got that level of awareness. They do hear it. It's calmed out. Boombot going to be broken as a result. So at least getting some ground, but not aware of this one. Durka to close now. Being rammed down. This is carnage. And already going to see these players squaring up. Yambi with that rifle reclaims, able to put a bullet to the dome. Zeus finally stopped, but that outlaw in the hands of Sob gets to work now. Through the door, Kron. Stray shots. Maybe an opportunity here. Shell's going to be pointing this one out though. Foot, you need to see that discipline. And the high-low setup is exactly what they needed to navigate it.
Really nice there towards the end from Foot. Some absolute carnage moments in the middle of that, as you're saying. Durka trying to keep them back with the blast packs. Madness. Definitely a dangerous moment there when Prophet's got the Sheriff trained. But Foot have navigated it fairly well, kept their economy looking good, and importantly got up to the first ult. Zeus outpacing Durka with more access to those ult orbs, more access potentially to the plants as well. My eyes are on him. Zeus has been one of the players that has stepped up the most from Foot. I think putting him onto stuff like the Raze has just opened his world up.
It's been activated. Slow takeover towards this. A rubble fight, hot shots as well. About that's going to be a showstopper, committed. Players are retreating, but Zeus is biding his time, holding it down for now. But he doesn't know which way to commit it. This one dissipating.
भाई इतना गंदा वाला गंदा लक हो गया रे Zeus का. नॉर्मल किसी का तो एक कोई तो कोई रुकना था.
Ricochet's back, it's going to be delaying that plan for a little bit now, and players are flooding all the way in. Bodies, rifles, while training to the angles here. Yambi's doing so much damn work surrounding them. Steel Garden, it's going to be pulled out. Forcing them back and away here. Vitality going to be locked down to the secondaries, but side-stepped here. There is chaos being called for. Sociable trying to take advantage of it, but there's still a player down. Plan will go down. Wasn't pushed back this time by Vitality, going exploring with the risky plays. Punished by Chronicle himself, sidestep, good movement by Prophet. The trade might be there, but Yedache, not long for the world. Beautiful fundamentals from Vitality.
Yeah, I think that's a great way of describing it. Chronicles holding the stairs push. Durka is the only player to get hit by the Steel Garden and yet protected the entire time. One player over towards that drop, one player in heaven. There was no way for Foot to be able to get in on the site and actually grab that kill. Sayonara and Prophet just did such a great job at creating that control and waiting to move back up.
क्या हो गया भाई इसको? इतना क्यों डर रहा है?
At this point, Foot desperately needs something, anything. They are down and they are losing almost all of these rifle rounds. They're going to take a tactical timeout here. It looks like Vitality maybe should have been picking Lotus in the previous games that they played against them.
I mean, apparently, and they're going to be set up for success as well moving forwards. I don't know what Foot can cook up at this point. The money, bottom of the bargain bin. That's what they're scraping for when it comes to weaponry. Foot don't have a lot.
I think you've got to be hoping if you're Foot. You know, Vlad, he'll give them an idea for the next rifle round, but on this eco, you're just hoping that Sob can pick up an ult orb and go crazy with the Neon ult somewhere. Yeah. You really are just relying on someone having a hero round to get you back into this game.
I hard agree. So one of the hopes potentially to pull some of the ultimates out of Vitality, because it's starting to build up to some of the big ones. Some of the biggest ones they've already got, so...
It is Vitality's map pick, but my God, they're playing like it. Yeah. It's been a very, very clean game so far.
It's competitive up to a certain point, but now firmly in the driving seat, 4-round lead. Might look to make it 5.
A scrap over towards Mound where Zeus lands an early kill with the Vandal. Hey, there could be chances for Foot.
Possibilities, the hero rifle in his hands. So just going to be meeting it though. Horn's going to be broken and dealt with there. Well, smoke going to be layered down. Just a fake lane. They could be fighting over towards C-mount control, but Dissipating and pulling back now.
Sop would love to get that ult orb.
It really would. Or opens up, it is going to force Chronicle to at least rock and debt some of the util. The Thorns and the Wall's going to be already triggered. DTP's up and about. This is Foot looking like they do want to commit into this one. No messing around, there's no pump fakes. Walking away all the way into the site, but that controlled element of Vitality. Steady hand and steady aim. It's got them this far, already got that player advantage situation. It's at the Sop. Overdrive now, offloaded. He's gliding his way all the way into the back, forcing out the ultimates forwards. Can't quite square up for the fight properly. 1 HP to Decay kicking in, sidestep of the seas forwards again, but these rifles just too potent in the hands of Vitality here. They have to use the one ult for their trouble.
Another great round.
Time out आने वाला, time out.
Round. Another one where Foot
Time out आएगा
up
भाई.
against the rocks to no avail.
Time out आएगा.
Vitality
ऐसा तो होने वाला है
simply
नहीं.
hold strong in good positions. High low, punish onto Sop, stopping them from running away with the round. And every time it feels like Foot are building up a little bit of momentum, it gets ruined. Into the next, big ult advantage favors Vitality once again. They've been allowing Foot to get into the sites. You can see 4 of these rounds have been based on retakes. They're happy for Foot to get in as long as they don't control the important positions. Chronicles left alone on C because he has that Steel Garden in his back pocket to play with.
Be able to delay even if Foot do speed up here. Some south up. Nade's going to be rebounding.
You're fast होने वाला.
Delete some of the util, but it's just Zeus the one deleted. Experience being showcased as Sayonara immediately inserting himself into a one and done position. Something for Chronicle to play off of alongside Durka.
Durka rotated very quickly with the showstopper.
Might cause issues here. Sop just walks up onto the line, and now we see a showstopper used.
Nice ulti.
Just goes wide here.
Damage.
Damage done, but no kills claimed. It's 4v4, 1 minute onto the mark.
Prophex reinforced as well. There's still 3 players here.
But we 4 है पर 3v4 समझने से हो जाएगा. पर mid पे वाल नहीं है क्या bro? मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है वाइपर का वाल अच्छा है. हम भी वही सोचे हैं.
The wall to deal with. It hasn't been baited out. TTP from Sociable. Dips his way all the way in. Mistime it. Yeah, the wall's going to be going up. Cuts him out. Eventually fading away here. Vitality showing that patience when it comes to the retakes, and they have big ults for it.
30 seconds left.
Huh?
Goes down though.
Chronicles ult surely going to be the go signal. Prophex still with a paranoia to play off as well. Yappy, Prophex, Kron, they still have so many tools to deal with this. But stacked up. But have to find a player to be better than them. They've got outside of the Steel Garden.
3 players out of range of it, but it's going to be predictable in terms of the locations. Looking at this paranoia and a nade is perfect with the util. Pushes players right out to the extremities, and it puts the pressure onto the A main. A bit of raw random spam rifles at hand. Gidej just come up with that one still. So deep TP, Prophex shuts it all down, and now the defuse can be stuck with safety in mind. Surely not. Deep push. Sop trying to find it. And now they know nobody's on it. Has to be the full stick. Chronicle with a tap, looking to pull them out, but he's already lost the wing cons. Looking for the kill. But at this point, around 1 out Foot.
Well played.
Barely able to find the perfect line, the path to victory in the midst of all of that.
Well played, well played.
They hold on by the skin of their teeth there. Crostali with a big ultimate, knocking all of the sound cues away from Vitality and playing their health as well. Spam delivers the kill onto Yampy. And then that push back through, pulling more and more players off of the defuse. The damage is large, but they need these rounds.
क्या हो गया? बहुत शांति खेल रहे हैं सब.
Be able to get a buy together. It's only
ऐसे तो चिल्लाते रहता है.
with the Guardian.
Needs to be dealt with here. It's not broken. It's a big reveal. Reveals at least that TTP has crossed up and towards the side.
Oh,
But
flash गलत टाइमिंग में flash है.
Play with a hot
बहुत
hand.
गलत टाइम में flash है.
Not going to be available anymore. And Pink's out with the gun. Looking to see if they can exchange a Guardian for a bit of a better weapon. And Vitality is scrambling, just backpedaling, looking to see if they can survive. What is that?
हे भगवान.
Just with the Guardian spamming through the smoke.
Guardian से मारा यार.
Shifted in this game here. Foot putting together one big round, and now in a 5v3, they can start closing this gap. Got to be able to get through this one though. No mistakes, no opportunities for great players like Kron to get back in. They are headed towards his site though.
Yeah. Know what Chronicle's capable of, the experience, the tenure. The cabinet is filled to the brim. Might have a score to settle as well with some of these players. We'll see it. holding it, slide off, angle towards the back here. Has called for help. It's Prophet going to be joining him, but still just 2v5. How do they handle it? The Thorn's going to be deaded early here. The nade sailing up towards and over towards the top. Kron only just the one before the trade is there, but Prophet, there it is immediately. Anthony Yappy! Right from behind. Sound cues and the pressure made. Nobody was turning to face him. It's a mad dash now from Crystali. 20 seconds left. Contemplating where the hell do you go? The trail points it out. He's on 70 HP. Another tap. Yampy holding his nerve. Over towards the top though with the season. He knows that his plan is not being committed now. He sees it all. Pressure's on. Crystali sticking. Gets the plant down, but he doesn't know where Yampy is. It's a guessing game. And how the hell do Vitality win it?
2 rounds now, Yampy has delivered for them on the C site by just rushing his opponent with a light weapon. He steals it away from Crystali,
30 seconds left.
who's got a small smile on his face as he watches Lotus slip away. 11 HP. And that's a 3v5. They got themselves in such excellent positions to shut that down. How is Yampy ready at the B door
don't know.
as the C hit comes through? Like, they understood exactly what was going on there.
Timing could not have been more perfect.
But have to convert rounds like that if they have a chance of getting past Vitality.
Find you.
Money's not here, but this is last real chance to survive in this map. Vitality just looking for the finishing moment really here on Lotus.
Yeah, 4 sheriffs.
Bits and pieces of spam, the bullets just raining down. How the hell is there no damage being done here?
Absolutely 0 bullets hitting Yenerjek.
Somehow avoiding all of it here.
Neo.
Seeing full armor across the board, scared of the prospect of that outlaw, but now this could get messy.
Oh, short.
Again, brilliant away here. Chronicle with a chance to really deliver. There it is. Bullet straight to the dome. Potentially that flash is excellent. Can't quite escape it. Surely he's done it.
Crystali.
Waldy of a
Crystali
shot.
क्या मारा है
Shove in
भाई?
his hand.
They don't know about Durka.
Makes it sing. Durka
Oh
onto the
my
flank. This could be everything. Unaccounted for in his position, and about just poking out. Damage done. 10 HP, the nade sailing down, and it's going to be Prophet playing off those sound cues. Crystali's caught in the corner. The damage water done there. Round
क्या
one
खेला है
out,
भाई?
Vitality locking up.
क्या खेला है भाई? मजा आ गया. क्या खेला है ब्रो? Durga Das, hi, welcome to the stream, bro. Hi, welcome to the stream. Hi. ഒത്തിരി നാളുകൾക്ക് ശേഷം അല്ലേ? After a long time. Tum tum.
He's hunting down that title.
The time to write the next chapter in the esports history books is finally here.
And they fold it in his hands yet again. Steps up to the plate, and he could knock this one out of the park. Now they shall be engraved alongside the greats.
ഇപ്പോൾ ബ്രേക്കാണ് കുറച്ചു നേരം. ബ്രേക്ക് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് പിന്നെയും തുടങ്ങുന്നതാണ്. താടി എടുത്തു. ഭയങ്കര ഇറിറ്റേഷൻ. ചൂട് കാരണം ഭയങ്കര ഇറിറ്റേഷൻ. അല്ലാതെയും ഭയങ്കര ഇറിറ്റേഷൻ. അതുകൊണ്ട് എടുത്തു. ഇനിയിപ്പോൾ വന്നുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുക. ഇനി ഒരാഴ്ചക്കകം പഴയതുപോലെ എടുത്തിട്ട് ഇപ്പോൾ 3 ദിവസമായി. 4 ദിവസം. ഇപ്പം പരിപാടി ചേച്ചിയുടെ ഫംഗ്ഷൻ, കൊച്ചിൻ്റെ ഫംഗ്ഷൻ്റെ മുന്നേ അടി തിരിച്ചു വരണം. ഫംഗ്ഷൻ 21-ാം തീയതിയാണ് രാവിലെ. അവിടെ വിളിച്ച് പറഞ്ഞെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു.
Esports Nations Cup 2026. See you in November.
ഇപ്പം 3 മിനിറ്റ് ബ്രേക്കാണ്. ഞാൻ ഈ ടോയ്ലറ്റിലൊക്കെ ഒന്ന് പോയി ഇത് ചെയ്തിട്ട് വരാം. 3 മിനിറ്റ് ടൈം എടുക്കണ്ടേ, ടൈമർ വന്നിട്ടില്ല. 3 മിനിറ്റ് കഴിഞ്ഞ് പിന്നെ ഒരു 1-2 മിനിറ്റ് 5 മിനിറ്റ് എന്തായാലും എടുക്കും. ഞാൻ ഒന്ന് പോയി ടോയ്ലറ്റിലൊക്കെ ഒന്ന് പോയി ഫ്രഷ് ആയിട്ട് വരാം. ഓക്കേ.
Here with Coach Pal of Vitality. Pal, did you see anything you would like to add to the game to make sure that you guys close it out 2-0?
Yeah, a bit of flipping discipline would be nice. I think the score probably doesn't represent how messy that game was and how many opportunities we gave them to get back into it. I think it should have been a few more our way or a few more their way. Yeah, we're going to need a lot more discipline if we want to close this out relatively cleanly, that's for sure.
Thank you. That's an honest answer from Pal because he was shouting, Yuppie, stop fighting, bro!
Thank you so
Guys,
much for that, Jen. Well, look, I
एक
mean,
bad news है.
with that brutal
मुझे
honesty,
जाना पड़ेगा
but look, if
क्योंकि
you're Coach
करंट
Pal,
चला गया.
you have to be
करंट
at
नहीं,
least
1 hour से
somewhat
करंट नहीं है.
pleased because, well,
तो
folks,
हम
we have
ज़्यादा
our,
रखेगा तो शायद से
Verizon high-speed
प्रॉब्लम हो
moment of
सकता
the
है.
match from Vitality, and most
समझ रहा है.
importantly, it was from the likes of Durka.
क्योंकि
This guy
और ज़्यादा यूज़ करेगा तो मेरा कंप्यूटर फिर लोड लेगा, फिर ऑटोमेटिक ऑफ होगा, फिर सब कुछ ऑफ हो जाएगा, फिर कुछ नहीं
This is
चलेगा.
exactly what the doctor ordered for
तो
Vitality.
guys,
Yeah,
कल मिलता है.
Durka
Bye
is
bye.
the kind of player that will be able to have individual moments throughout a map such as this one. I think it just goes to show the kind of caliber of experience this kind of roster has, right? You can always rely on Durka to come out with